I'd like me a splash of whiskey to wash the trail dust off in my gullet and keep my singing voice in fettle.
What you're about to see is a Channel 4 News exclusive.
We have to get on, we have so much time and so little to do. Strike that. Reverse it.
What is up, everybody? Hopefully everybody's having a great Wednesday night. I know there's probably a few channels out there still going. Some of them transitioning into to finishing and stuff like that. So just got to get it started now. Appreciate you guys here showing up. Yes, it is finally the top 10. I know a lot of people got theirs out of the way, and I wanted to copy theirs. No, I didn't want to do that. So, but I did want to put something together. I was lucky enough to have somebody do this with me, and those of you who watch 21090 and Dusty Dan's channel, you probably seen Christopher David on there maybe a few times, but he was willing to come and hang out with me, and yes, it is the top 10, but we are only blinding 6 of them. Why? Because I tried it last year and it didn't work. So this year we're going half, somewhat half. So just one step over half, and we're going to talk about these whiskeys. He doesn't know, but as I had to go to the store because one of my glands broke, and I needed 6 that looked alike, so that nobody said, "Oh, now you know what that one is." No, I don't. I don't know what any of these are. So last time I had 5, and somebody said, "Well, you could tell because there's one spot that only has one." I'd like, why am I going to cheat? This is an experience. This is something that you want to kind of learn from. Shoot, I don't care how bad I do. But I know that these are my top 6 favorite whiskeys, and you can go ahead and guess from looking at what's up here that what might be on there as far as top 10. Who knows? Hopefully, Christopher Dave, if you got a blank sheet of paper, because I'll explain why we need to do it kind of like this. If you could grab one, if we already got one, cool. Having a starter pour of a whiskey. One of these whiskeys on here from this year. All these are from this year, so I couldn't fit all the other ones on the table. So this is going to have to do for now. Just kidding. There's no more. But cheers to you all. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. Myself, Christopher David. We're gonna have an experience right now. We're gonna taste some whiskeys. I'm primering my palate right now. This is not part of this group right here. But cheers to you guys. It is a nice one though. Maybe I shouldn't have picked a finished whiskey as a primer. That's okay. If these can't cut through it, maybe I'll just throw that one in there for myself, because of course Christopher David does not know what's in these glands, what's going to be put in his glands. So hopefully we're going to work together, and I'll explain more once I get him on here. But let me just really quick say thank you all for showing up. Chris Jenkins is in the house. There is a Patreon giveaway today, so if you're a Patreon, we're gonna do this 6, but the whole 10 you're gonna be able to win a flight. And if you want to try something in the other 4 that maybe ain't in this flight, you can pick between the 10 for your flight. So, but that's free for Patreons. I might do a giveaway for everybody else for super chats and all that stuff. I don't normally do that, but I might give it a shot today. I have a bottle that I bought an extra for, so maybe some of you are looking for that, maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, Chris Jenkins is here, so don't worry. If you're here and you're a patron, I'm going to keep tally on that, and I'll put it on the wheel of whiskey, and then spin it at the end once we're all done, and I'm getting names and filling them all in. I'll go back and everything, so you don't have to stay here the whole time if you're a Patreon. Everybody else, if you're going to be into the other giveaway, then maybe that's something you might want to do. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, Eric Gunderson is here. Appreciate you, brother. As always, let's friggin' go. Let's friggin' go. Cheech Artolino, appreciate you, brother. Miss Independent Joe saying what's up to everybody. Christopher David in backstage right now, trying to figure out like what the heck's going on here. Whiskey Cooler is in the house. Cheers, Joe, and everyone. Cheers, brother. And of course, Eric Gunderson is doing awesome wrenching there, throwing people's channel down. Really appreciate that, Eric Gunderson. And any channel that comes in here, please give them a sub. It doesn't cost, but I think 50, 60, 80 bucks or something like that to sub to them. So just sub, check out their stuff. Yeah, it's definitely better than mine. I'll tell you that right now. Wandering Magoo is in the house. What is up, brother? Cheers. Cheers. You're in 21090. Let's go. This should be fun. Should be. We'll figure it out in a minute. But yep, all the channels are being dropped. So appreciate you. William Hall in the house. What is up, brother? Haven't done one of these in a while, so excuse me for the trying to get stuff together. I think I was a couple minutes late today, but hey, apologies to all. All right, so I think I got everybody. All right, Miss Independent Joe's in for the excitement. Let's see. Jeff Kessel's in the house, and I think I'm caught up. Sorry if I didn't highlight everybody's thing. Oh, look at that, William Hall. Now I got to do a giveaway now because now you're going to be into the separate giveaway. So I think for right now we'll see what happens with it. But for right now it'll be the 1783. So if anybody wants to get in on that to try to get one of these bottles, it's $5 per entry. And the Patreon giveaway is something separate. So this is for anybody who's looking for that bottle, who wants it. I know it's not a very expensive bottle, but it is a tasty one. I like it. I enjoy it. And I had an extra one, so I was like, yeah, I don't normally do these, so let me see if anybody wants it. And I think I got everybody. Cheech saying cheers, Miss Independent Joe. Everybody saying cheers to each other. And we are, and Eric Gunderson's in there. Look at that. Michael Bortner's in the house. Cheers, still working. I'm listening. Cheers, brother. Appreciate that. Eric Gunderson, again, let's light this candle. Appreciate that. That's 4 entries right there for yourself and William Hall. Thank you, and appreciate you guys. You guys are freaking awesome, man. And I think I'm caught up. Sorry, everybody. It's just a flash right now. Troy from Baker Drinks. Cheers, Joe. Cheers, chat. Happy hump day. Here we are on hump day. Z-Man's in the hands. All right. I'd enter, but I got that bottle ready. Hey, no worries, man. No worries. If only 2 people are in there, then one of them get it, right? So let's go. All right, cool. All right, so let me bring on Christopher David now. Appreciate everybody again hanging out with us, and let's bring on Christopher David. Oh, wrong one. It's supposed to be the clapping one. It's supposed to be the clapping one.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
Good, brother. How you doing tonight?
I'm hanging in there.
Hanging in there? All right. Cool.
Very excited and interested in what you have going on here. I do have my piece of paper.
Okay, cool. Did you pour yours and make sure that they're in, like, see me, I had to put the stickers on them, and then when I line them up, because I didn't put any like ABC, so I'm only going to go ABC. But you have the bottle, so you might have to do the same thing. This is just so that I can spin it so that nobody thinks I'm cheating. There's no way I'm going to remember what is in here. I did get happy on this one for some weird reason. Got a little bit extra in there. Probably should put a little extra in all of them because we're going to be trying to figure some stuff out.
Yeah, I have all I just poured them.
Okay. Now, I want to apologize right off the bat if you taste any of these and you're like, yummy. I mean, this right here is my top 6, and I really appreciate you doing this with me. And I know it's hard when you're like you're like, okay, I have no idea what this guy likes probably. And, you know, I as you can see, it's an eclectic bunch of them. This is actually a 2023 version of Melicorn, so that might be in the flight. Who knows? Nah, probably not. But
you've always had some great bottles, so that's why I'm super excited as well.
Okay, cool. Okay, so the thing that I was thinking about while I was driving home to get even another one of these glasses that I accidentally broke, was this would be a great time for us to get to know each other's palates. We're teammates over there on Dusty Dan's. This Monday, this is the first time we're going to have this one-on-one talking about the whiskey and talking about and trying to learn a little bit about each other, because we're going against a couple, a power couple at that, you know, and they work with each other every day, you know, whether their palates are outstanding or you know, not outstanding, you know, they know each other's likes and dislikes. So right here is a good thing for us to do. I think. So one of the things I was thinking about was not only do we got to taste these, rank them, but we also gotta label them as which one matches up off of our notes. That's why we're taking notes. So we're still gonna go, like, because it's gonna be jumbled up. My side's gonna be jumbled up. Your side's gonna be jumbled up. So as we're going through and we're putting our notes down, we're gonna try to match them up to where they're the same ones. You know what I mean?
Interesting. Okay.
So, I mean, that's kind of what we got to do on Monday. We got to try to figure out, like, these notes that we're getting, see if we're getting the kind of the same things, and trying to match up with what we're, I guess, trying to figure out what those bottles are, the flavors and like distilleries and whatever the questions he's going to be asking, because I only got a sample. He gave me the sample of the questions he's asking, but he said he could ask different ones. I'm just kidding, he didn't do that. But
there's only so many questions you can ask.
Yeah.
Mead, distillery,
Yeah.
type of whiskey, finished or non-finished.
Yeah.
Location.
Nashville,
They're
or you know, first, secondary grain, primary grain. You know, there's a few questions, but we won't go into that much. But just generalization of what we're tasting on each one, and then I'll write down the notes on here, and we'll say, you know what, my A sounds like your C. You know, and kind of try to match them up and see if we can kind of come together and line them up correctly as far as what's what. It may not be your favorite. Still rank them when you rank them on here. Still put first place, second place, third place, and all that other stuff. That won't matter when we line them up to what we think each other's pour is. You know what I mean?
Okay.
All right, so I've been spinning this even before camera, everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and put these down. It doesn't matter for me where they go. I just want to get this out of here, because if I hit that accidentally, if I hit that accidentally, I don't want it to go flying. So I'm going to go A, B, C, D. Man, there's so many. Maybe we should have just did 5.
Well, one more makes 6.
Yeah, one more makes 6. Yeah, definitely. Do you have like a top 5 that you've kind of kept track of what you've been tasting, stuff that you like?
That's a really good question. This year's been crazy. Some of the bottles that I got at the end of the year I haven't cracked yet. So I haven't really gone through everything that I got last year. Like I got a bottle of Michter's 10, which I hear is fantastic. I already had a little sample and I really don't remember. I remember it being good, but I haven't opened that bottle. I do have some favorites.
Okay.
We have some favorites that are like limited releases, at least in this area. If you remember that Maryland Heritage Series that came out with local stores. So you must be on the West Coast because you're using Pacific Standard Time for everything.
Yeah.
Obviously, right next to Todd and Andy, right outside of Baltimore on the East Coast here. So there's a local stores that did they sourced quite a few MGP rye barrels that had some age on them, and they did batched releases of each one of those. They did 4 but 3 were in the series, and they did single barrels, and those were absolutely fantastic. Obviously, they're all ryes. So I have my favorites, but I haven't gone through. I just haven't had time to go through and actually pick what my favorite bourbons were, what my favorite ryes were, and I have a huge Scotch selection and a huge Irish whiskey selection. I used to do that, but as you know, and a lot of people watching, it's so time consuming.
Yeah.
You really need to sit down and kind of go through it and blind them and put your notes down. So I give you guys all the credit. You're the guys the one to put in the legwork and the time to actually make these top 5, these top 10, these top 20 lists. So
I think Todd. I'm not sure if it's Todd and Andy, maybe them too, but also Hello Again Whiskey Friends. The way they actually rank their stuff, and then they note them to where it tastes, the profile and everything, so they can remember that stuff. I do it the hard way, where I keep going back, and it's like, yeah, okay, I remember that, and it's a little bit tougher that way, and I think their strategy is a little bit better. I should adopt that. Maybe for this year, I might adopt that, but I'm actually gonna like pull back a little bit, buy a little bit different types of whiskeys, maybe stuff that I don't normally buy, just to see like if I'm missing out on maybe some of the distilleries that are not so like on the forefront or popular, you know.
That point scale makes a lot of sense, because you have 12 months and you're trying to remember everything you drank, and some things could be really memorable earlier in the year and you could forget about them. It's happened to me. A lot of people raved about that Michter's 10 and only made a couple lists out of all the the whiskey tubers out there that did their lists, and I'm assuming most of them tried at least one of the barrels. So I think that point scale makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, definitely. Lot of new distilleries came out. Some old distilleries just putting out product now, like these Copper and Kings, like the Bourbon. But this one is, I believe it's finished in apple brandy. So you had a Barrel King make a splash this year with a lot of products. I got a Barrel King from Jared. Jared sent me a bottle that came out this year in January. And myself and Darrell Stewart we did a review on it, and I would have added it. It probably would have made the top 10 easy this year, but like you're saying, it's hard to remember that stuff, and I'm sure that one's going to be memorable for me. So because it was one of those 12 days after Christmas or the last day of the year. That's the last collab I did for the year for last year. So I'll remember that one. I'll go back to it every now and then just to refresh my memory on that, because I really like that one. It would have easily made the top 10 this year, but not in this year. So next year for sure. I can't see anything beating it, but I mean, anything's possible. The year is long. So let me catch up here on I think a few people appreciate that. Cheech says, hey, if Cheech says it, you got to do it. So hit that like button. All right, look at this. Nancy's in the house. Hey, Joe, greetings from Cancun. Nice. Don't know if I have anything in the top 6, but even so, hope you're having a great new year. Appreciate you, Nancy, for hanging out with us for a bit. I know you're vacationing, but we'll see. We'll see what's what could be in the top 10. It's not a foregone conclusion that something that you put out is in my top 10, because I love a lot of the stuff that you do. Let's see, everybody's saying 1783. So yeah, cool. So all right, so there we go. Cheers. Tater Dom's in the house. Sorry if I missed you guys, if I missed anybody jumping in here. Whiskey Bank's in the house. Cheers, Whiskey Bank. William Hall. Everybody's saying what's up to each other. Anything you're looking forward to in 2024, or?
Oh, another good question. Great shot. Not off the top of my head.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's hard, especially in the beginning of the year. You kind of think about what you've already bought, the flavors and stuff like that you've had, and it's like, man, it's almost. I know every year, a lot of people say, man, this is kind of the worst year in whiskey for releases and stuff like that, and at least the last 2 years that I've been in the community and talking with people, and they're like, oh yeah, this year's not like last year. And then they said that in 2022 about 2021. Oh, this year's not like last year. I'm like, okay, it's like, I think last year was pretty good. They had some really good stuff, a lot of collaborations done last year. I know Marianne Eves and the New York whiskey. Can't think of the name now. It's covered. So, but yeah, the New York whiskey out there. They collab together. You got.
You're talking about Kings County.
Kings County. Thank you for that. Thank you for the save. And you have Barrel King doing a lot of picks with a lot of cool channels. Hiring Matt over there at Barrel King to keep their great product great. So that's going to be awesome to see that collab and the stuff that they do there.
If I had to answer the question, I would say I'm looking forward to the picks this year. That's what really shined last year. Again, we had the local stores around here do outstanding picks. Their palettes line up with mine. And then being invited on a number of picks this year. So that's what I'm excited about. All the allocated stuff, the stuff that gets released, it's such a grind and a circus to try to get those bottles. I am fortunate to get some, but I'm just tired. I'm tired with it. I'm tired of sending the text messages. Did you get it? Did you save me one? And it just gets tiresome. I'd rather look forward to the picks that are coming out because I know they're going to be fantastic and I know they're going to be unique.
Yeah, definitely. Cheers, Slapshot. Appreciate you. If you're not subscribed to Slapshot's Roadhouse, he plays with the whittling his wood a little bit. So if you want to check that out, he makes pretty cool things like pens, bowls. Sorry, I didn't focus, but yeah. As you can see, also, I'm wearing a shirt that says Dead Inside, and I'm wearing my Dallas Cowboy hat because my Dallas Cowboys failed me. But it is what it is.
You heard the news today, right?
Huh?
You heard the not the press release, but you heard the news that came out with the Cowboys, right? They're going to stick.
I heard rumor about McCarthy.
They're sticking with the coach.
They're sticking with him? Okay. Yep. There was two different things. There was a fake one that came out that said he was already fired. And you know what? I'm going to be honest. I don't think it's the coach.
Well, Schefter's the one who released something on ESPN that said that they're not making any changes, at least at the head coaching position. So normally he's not wrong, but take it as it is.
Yeah. Prescription Bourbon in the house. Check him out. Awesome dude. Let's see.
It would have been interesting had it been now the Ravens still have to play 2 more games to get to the Super Bowl. Obviously, I'm a Ravens fan. I had some tickets. But it would have been interesting had the Cowboys made it there and played the Ravens.
Definitely.
We have a kind of a hate-love relationship with the Cowboys here. We have a lot of family members that are Washington and Eagles fans. So it would have been pretty interesting. Well,
right now, I don't want to say who I'm rooting for because I feel like I jinxed my team because I wasn't one of those super freak fans that like, oh yeah, this is our year. I wasn't like that. I was skeptical because of past years, and I was hopeful. But because of how we finished the season, which could be like that 2 different ways because we played against the Commanders, and the Commanders definitely, and that was a story of us, but we did go over there and it wasn't close. And so that's what kind of gave me a little bit of hope going into the playoffs. I wasn't buying all the thing where every single person thought that we were going to beat Green Bay. That was not me. I was worried because of the role that Green Bay was also on. Young guys, playing really good football in the beginning, they had to get to know each other towards the end. And that was, so I was nervous about that game, and man, it blew up. It blew up in their faces. It was almost like They didn't even show up.
Yeah, it was a shock. The one
Dave
time of the year I
Bolson,
bet on
cheers,
the
man.
Cowboys, they lose.
Whiskey Nose is in the house. William Hall, cheers. Everybody's saying what's up to each other. Again, if I missed you, I'm trying to click on everybody's name so I can say that, hey, when I go back through, I don't have to like try to look at everything. I can see it on the screen. That's why I click on this. And if I see somebody and they said something, Art Sanchez in the house. Whiskey RN, cheers. We are doing, just so everybody knows, we are doing the top 6. It is a top 10. The four that I have as my top 5 are right here in front of me written down. So I know what those are. These right here are blended. I know what they are, but they are mixed around because this is blind. David, Christopher, can I just call you Chris? Is that cool? Or yep. Christopher? I mean, I don't want to say the full name. It's weird saying the full name.
I get Chris. I get Christopher. I get Christopher David as one word, and then if you work with me, I get a lot of Davids. So okay. Don't get it mixed up.
What do you prefer?
Chris is fine.
Chris is fine? Okay, cool. All right. So me and Chris, Chris has this flight right here, and we're going to go through it. If you didn't hear earlier, we are doing a giveaway. Few people in right now for this 1783. It's the Heroes Edition. I just got an extra one. Patreons, you don't need to put anything in for the Patreon giveaway, which is the flight of the 10. You get to pick a flight out of that 10, the top 10. So that's in there, but you don't have to do the second giveaway, which is for everybody. So let's see, DMC, everybody, Paul P's in the house. But yeah, sports talk, everybody. We're doing sports talk as well as giving you a little education on what our favorites are. At least, again, if this is my favorite, please do not hold anything against Chris about what's my favorite. And I'm going to tell you right now, as far as favorite is what I tasted throughout the year. It's the bottle I own. It is not, I don't care if it's a pick. I don't care if it's, like a shelfer. I don't care what it is. It's just the whiskey that I've tasted, period. Because I feel a lot of these I had to order. So if you saying, oh, I can't get that in my area, there's a few of these I couldn't get in my area. So it is what it is. But there's some that I did get in my area that are, like not cheap. But again, this ain't a price thing. This is just what I preferred after going through all these whiskeys. And believe me, it took me a while to try to figure out what I was liking at the end of the year. And it was a surprising change for me. One of these is actually a surprising change for me that I didn't know it was going to replace one that is not in my top 10 this year. And it was going to be. Let's see.
So pretty loose criteria. You have to own the bottle, and you had to taste it in 2023.
Yes.
Perfect.
That's my personal one. I know some people's either chips away at that, no picks or no anything, but I think picks are relative because I think the community's so big. If you really want a certain bottle, like this is not in my area. And I had a prescription bourbon, a great friend of the channel. I acquired it from him, and so is it in the top 10? I don't know, probably not. I could be drinking it right now. Who knows? It might be not even in play. It might be. There are some pretty good whiskeys, I think. Throughout the year, whatever your profile is, there was something for that, and I thought that was pretty cool this year because I know a lot of people that loved the 7 Remus, but said it's not the 5. I know a lot of people that liked the Voyage, but they were like, yeah, but I can't get the what is it, rum the Jamaican rum. I don't get any Jamaican. I get a lot of rum on that, but it just depends on how you're tasting it. If you're tasting it after certain whiskeys that you've had already, it changes. So a lot of these I tried to not do in a flight. It was just day by day. I would have a pour, see what I'm getting, and see if it how I feel about it. It's a separate from the reviews that I've done, and the reviews were like even at the reviews in the description, I always put like sat with this for a bit, and this is kind of so that's kind of, I guess, my notes. And sometimes I go back through those. Okay, well, what happened when I sat through it for a bit? What was I getting? Was there anything different from memory and from when I'm tasting it? And that's what I normally go off. So I guess I have somewhat of a structure to it. It's not all the way blind. Gisele's Boston, new subscriber to the channel. I can't believe I never did. I forgot. You forgot. Jesus. Cheers. Look forward to the stream. Appreciate you, brother. Pete Bauer in the house. Cheers and good evening, y'all. Good evening to you. Oh my God. Am I far behind? Let me see. Small Barkeep in the house. What is up, brother? And I think I'm way behind. All right. You know what we're going to do is let me click on everybody so I can, and just know that I love you guys. If I don't say anything, hanging AZ, haven't seen you in a while. Cheers, brother. Not throwing you out there or anything. I'm just saying I haven't seen you in a while. But cheers, man. Let's see. Tater Dome. Everybody. 1783 is good. It's pretty good. It's one of those ones. Is it in my top 10? Who knows? We'll see. And it's Independent Joe. She's give me that whiskey. So she's in the drawing. What are you doing, weirdo? JH is in the house. I mean, you know what? I'm going to put you in it. If you want to give it as a gift to your father, we'll do that. We can do that. Hey, she put in for it. Hey, that's, if she wins it, she wins it. It'll be hers, not mine. And you'll see the wheel, so there'll be no cheating on my part. So I don't do the name thing. If it was anything other than the wheel, I wouldn't put anybody who's in this house on there, or anybody I know. The wheel spins. It stops where it stops. Odyssey Rider, what's up? Cheers. Woo, man, trying to catch up. Paul P is in, and appreciate you, brother. Bill's Mafia. Oh, yeah. Hey, you know what? Bills are looking good, looking pretty strong. Is that who you guys got next?
The Ravens have to play the Texans.
Okay. That's not even easier. They did really good. Stroud is surprising this year. He's doing pretty well. What do you think?
My personal opinion is that every time I get concerned about a Ravens game, the Ravens absolutely wax that team. So I don't know what to think anymore. San Francisco is going to be difficult. Miami's going to be difficult.
Well, shoot, I wish I would have been more concerned.
They just go in and slap them. So I have no idea. I'm going to meet up with Todd and some other people at a tailgate, drink some really good whiskey, go in and see what happens. I think the Ravens are going to win. I don't think it's going to be close, but who am I? What do I know?
Hey, any given Sunday or Saturday, depending on the playoffs. So, yeah. Cheers, Mojo. Appreciate you, brother. Mojo out there getting his swole on. Hit that like button. Cool, man. Yeah, thank you for that. And I caught up. Woo! All right. So what we're going to do, you got them all lined up?
I do.
Okay, cool. And you know which one is A, B, because I'm going to go from left to right. And then while we're going through, I'm going to write my notes down here. I'm going to use my Slap Shots work pen here. And this is what we'll do. We're going to go frame by frame, glass by glass. We'll talk about it a little bit. We'll write down our notes, and then and then should we do nosing first? Because I think there'll be nosing rounds and tasting rounds. Should we do that in that way, and then go back and then do tasting, or do you want to taste and nose at the same time?
We can do whatever you want. What Dan's going to do is Dan's going to have us. He's going to give us 3 samples. He's going to have us nose them. He's going to ask a question for each.
Yeah.
And then he's going to have us taste them and ask us a question on each. So that's a total of 6 questions. Okay. And then he normally does a bonus question of some sort.
Okay, so he gave you the answers already, right?
He already gave me the answers. I wish.
Hey, this is going to help us. This is going to help us. I believe it. All right. So we're going to go on A, everybody. Cheers to everybody. We're going to nose all these glasses first, then we're going to go and then taste all these glasses. So cheers, everybody.
And so everyone knows Joe's number 1 and my number 1 are not necessarily the same.
No. We're going to write down notes. We're going to write down what we're getting on each individual one, and then we're going to try to match them up as best as we can to try to get to know each other's palate and what we're thinking on flavor profiles. I don't see this one's going to be tough because it's like, how do we kind of convey that as far as without confusing each other while we're doing it? So should we write them down as we're doing it and just maybe vague notes, or how should we do that?
Yeah, we can just see. I mean, the way I do this, I don't do a lot of these competitions, but I'm not a big guy on pulling out necessarily certain flavors. The questions that we're going to be asked won't have anything to do with necessarily flavors. It'll have to do with proof, and it'll have to do with distillery and actually the region and things like that, and age. So we can focus on those type of things. I have a tendency of figuring out kind of like, is it bourbon, is it rye, and then I have a
these are all bourbons. These are all bourbon whiskeys, by the way.
Oh, okay. Then sort of what notes that I would get from a certain distillery, right? So like where certain people, Joe, you may be made this way, where you're getting I get caramel, and I get light fruit, and I get oak. I relate those thoughts to a distillery. Okay. And right off the bat, this number 1 glass just screams Wild Turkey to me. So I'm getting the typical Wild Turkey notes, and it's not super dark, but just right off the nose, I'm getting the typical like Wild Turkey notes right off the nose.
I'm gonna caution on trying to figure out bottle right off the rip, because I don't want you to get confused. Although I like Wild Turkey products, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to put out all these bottles. If I didn't realize how small it's going to look on here, because then I would have just put it up to here instead of all the way up to the ends of the table. And then because all these other ones like Blanton's Gold is in there, Well, I mean, it could be. It's not. We got Booker's Little Book, Little Book 7, that could be in there. We got Bakers, I mean, and some people with some Wild Turkeys, depending on oakiness or that little bit of slight of nuttiness on it, you can easily confuse certain ones. That's why I'm saying we could probably not go into the guessing the bottle thing. Let's try to figure out flavors for now, so that we can kind of get on the same page on that. Does that make sense?
Sure. It's going to be difficult since we're not drinking the same glass.
Yeah, it is. But that's the thing, is you're going to be writing down and just general thoughts. And what we're going to do to cut time, we'll go ahead, do taste and nose on each one. We'll cleanse our palate. We'll clean it up, and then we'll start on the next one. How about that?
Sure.
All right. This one's really rich. Really definitely got that oak char. Man, this one's really rich in the oak char. At first I was getting a lot of fruit on it, dark fruit.
This is going to be so difficult, because just the way the human mind ears work, right? So it's like, if you're giving notes off and if I'm giving notes off, you have to not think about those same notes in the glass that you're drinking.
And see, that's why I was saying, should we just write them down maybe talk about it in vague terms, because right now I'm giving off notes and maybe I really like this one. It's really good. So, wow.
So my number one glass, I don't get a really high proof on it.
Mm-hmm.
I do get a sweetness, a little bit of oak.
So on my notes, I'm putting like fruity. I'm getting charred oak. I put for this one, I'm getting a higher proof whiskey. I don't know what it is, of course, but that's what I'm getting right now. Is it's a higher proof whiskey, and I can't say it's higher than any one of these other ones because I haven't tasted these other ones. But in my head, I'm getting a higher proof point on these. This is going to be so awkward. I probably should have just maybe aligned them with what I sent you, because I don't even know how yours are in order. Like, it's on a picture of your A, B, C, and D's all the way through F. It's on a photo. So when you say which one is F, then I'll be able to look and see what it is. But I haven't looked back at that because I want it to be like totally blind, and we're just trying to figure it out together. So, which it's kind of hard to do because we're drinking two different whiskeys. Possibly.
I get a lot of fruit on my glass 1 or A.
Okay.
There's oak there, but not a whole bunch of oak. You already said it was a bourbon.
Yeah, they're all bourbons.
Traditional bourbon flavors, but they're subtle.
Hmm.
I would think that, and again, we're just giving out general notes, but if I had to guess that this might, I would lean on this might be finished.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm just going to say fruity, oak char, higher proof. And I'll wait for you to finish, and then we'll move on to the next one.
Last comment. Just thinking with the proof. 110.
Okay.
All right, so that was my number one. Now I'm moving to number two.
Now, do you cleanse your palate in between blends or pours, or do you just go to the next one?
If I get a really dense, viscous whiskey that just coats the palate, and the finish is super long, then I'll grab my water. That one was not overbearing. And sometimes what I like to do is I like to go from one whiskey to another, because that'll bring out different flavors on the second whiskey. Then I'll take some water, then I'll go back to it and see if I get those flavors. It's sort of like eating chocolate ice cream and going to vanilla. You'll get more of that vanilla note than you would just coming from maybe like fruit to vanilla. That's just using that as an example.
Yeah. All right.
Much different. This is much more off the nose.
And you're on B already, right? I'm on my. I think one thing we should do is kind of show each other too. Let me see your. Okay. This was A.
Yeah, and my A just have a little bit, but you can see how much lighter my A is.
Oh yeah, that's light right there.
Now again, there's not too much in the glass, but.
All right, so this one is pretty dark. I don't know what the rules are, so when we say cheers on every pour, I don't know, is that cheating? If we say cheers on every pour like this, go cheers, and then we kind of compare, like. Well, you know what? We're gonna know what each other. Every A's the same for both of us. B's the same for both of us. So I guess we don't have to do it for color. I mean, it's the same thing, but. But like for right now, is that considered cheating? If we're gonna like try to put these together?
I don't think so. This one's much more viscous, much longer finish.
Ooh, man, I don't.
Caramel, a lot more oak.
I liked the first one. I'm loving the second one.
Yeah, and I
Wow.
like this. I like my number 2 better than my number 1.
Okay. In that, I won't throw out like this one is kind of middle tier, I think, as far as proof point. I won't give an exact proof point, but I think I'm leaning like mid tier. So mid, I'll just say mid proof. Not as high as the first one was definitely higher. I liked it a lot, but it's just there's a difference, especially how it coats the palate and flavor profile. A lot of people think proof and like makes a whiskey better. That's not always. That's definitely not always. And some people might say that proof proof kind of hides some flaws, you know.
This one's got some proof to it. You already kind of helped me identify that there's no rise in here, so on occasion I'll get confused with rye spice in regards to proof. It doesn't happen too often, but knowing that there's no rise in here,
I'm gonna be so mad if because the bottles are here, right? So I should be able to easily align my thoughts, and because I already know what my top 10 is, you don't. So it's harder for you because you're just going off of just like what am I getting and the flavors and the differences in the whiskeys that you're tasting. So if I don't get these on right, I'm gonna feel very weird about my capabilities of tasting whiskey because I know these whiskeys. That's why they're in the top 10. I really like these whiskeys. All right, so I'm gonna leave it at that because I think I know what it is, but I think I know what the first one is too. I wasn't sure at first, but I think I know now. Oh man, there's two of them that kind of have a similar profile too. So I'll go back to it if I think I'm wrong. Are you on number 3 yet?
no, I'm going there right
Okay.
No,
No, you don't have to rush me.
that was a viscous whiskey, and that's the I'm gonna drink one now.
Okay, so hey, who knows? We might be aligned on glass too, because I get the same kind of thing. Are you on 3 yet?
Yeah.
All right, we're on 3, everybody. This is what we're getting. Okay, a little bit difference in color there. I don't know if mine is just darkening all the whiskeys so far. They all look the same in the thing.
First thing that pops out of my mouth on this one is crafty.
Crafty, okay.
Not your traditional Kentucky, I would say your Kentucky flavors. This is a little bit of youthful wood. Not in a bad way. I'm just saying I'm just like I can't put my finger on the nose.
I think we're onto something on this one. I think somehow, some way we're aligned because I'm getting that same thing on this, and I don't know if you just threw that in my head, but I'm thinking that this isn't something that I normally, and I'll get more into that. I think I'm going to agree with the crafty portion, and there's no way in telling because your first one was totally different. Your second one, I kind of thought the same things you were getting. This one right here, I'm getting more of a craftiness to it.
I don't think this one's too old. I think this is not too old.
Oh man. Let me see. Very sweet. Very sweet. I'm getting a little bit
this might actually be the same for both of us.
Yeah, I'm getting
sweetness on the palate.
And I mean, B was really sweet too, but it was definitely more familiar for me and what I think it is. I'm gonna write down what I think it is.
It's got a lot of flavor, and the finish is long. It is viscous, but some people in the chat would know, like, I'm not a huge fan of more crafty type, independent whiskey makers.
So how would you?
Kings County, for example, doesn't do it for me. People love Kings County, and it just doesn't blind well for me. And there's something about it it's not bad, but it doesn't just scream, that's delicious. Like Corbin Cash, Hard Truth. Those are the two other examples of distilleries that they're good, but I personally just don't find them as good as some other people find them. That's my personal opinion.
Definitely. I mean, everybody's. There's a big thing on flavor, on subjective flavor profiles. Like everybody's different, and there are some people who align with. Which is that a different? You didn't go to the next one yet, did you?
No, this is still my third. I'm just
okay.
I try to end with the proof, and
I didn't even think about the proof on this one.
Too.
Let me think about the proof on this one.
I'm going 125. Yeah,
I'm gonna. If it's what I think it is, I think I know. So I'm gonna say around there. I don't know. Like memorize. I didn't memorize the proof, so yeah. Just let me know when you're going to go forward to the next one.
I'm right.
Did you like this one right here? The I don't know if you tried it. The Woodford 124.7.
Yep, I got that behind me.
What did you think of that one?
I can't remember. I mean, it's one of those I picked up, and it wasn't like I remember it being good, but
yeah,
I normally like right over here on my shoulder here, right there, like the bottles will kind of sit there, and I'll go back to them and pour a little bit. I'll get past the shoulder, and then I'll put it away, and then I'll have a note, and I'll try to bring it back out after it gets a little airtime.
Yeah,
and that just did not make the list for whatever reason. I didn't say, oh, I need to go back to that. And I think because I've had a few and they haven't been like really memorable where I fell in love with them. So I don't seek them out every year.
Did you have last year's?
I had that 127 point whatever, 0.8 or whatever it is.
So
one I had. I haven't had one.
118 point whatever it was last year's 118 point something.
That's the one I have.
Okay.
I haven't had one since the last one I have is in that old like pot still style bottle.
Yeah.
And I haven't had one probably in 6 years, 5 years.
Okay.
It's good, but I just
last year's for me, it actually made my top. I think it made my top 10 last year, and I'm not saying it didn't make it this year, but it was definitely different. The oakiness on it, it was a little bit more tannic. I'm not saying it's not in my top 10. It could be, but it was a little different for me. I really liked last year's. Last year's for me was one of my favorites of 2022.
This is my 4.
Is it okay? 4? Okay, hold on.
And the nose on this is glorious.
Oh my God, they all look the same on my side. I think my camera's targeting.
You have better lighting than me.
I think my camera's targeting everything. So
this is deep and rich. The nose on this is glorious. I mean, there's dark caramel. There's fruit underneath of it. That Rick House style oak. Not like the last one was like a youthful, almost like a
very unfair. I know what this is. I know what this is.
This is the nose on this is glorious.
Yeah, and wait till you taste it. A
little bit, just a tad bit of nuttiness as well. And then the palate matches the nose, and you can even hear how much I'm salivating. And it's just, it's awesome. Deep, rich. Yeah, really rich in flavor. Yeah, I have a strong vanilla. I have a clue on this one. This. Oh man, it is going to be tough. Right now, B and D for me are
like, oh man, these are like two of my like profiles that I really like. I'm hoping I'm right on what they are, but yeah, definitely like this one. Did we line them up almost perfectly except for the first one?
That would all be your doing. I just got these awesome sample bottles that actually have like engraved numbers if people can actually see that. See how it says a 4 right there?
Yeah.
I mean, when Joe sends samples out, he sends samples out. I mean, it was packaged perfectly. It was all wrapped up nice and tight. Engraved sample bottles.
Oh no, it's not engraved. That's a stick. That's a sticker.
I mostly get samples and they come in like a bag. I'm like, I'm surprised half these didn't break.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I just got a bag of samples from our friend, but normally I have our printers down, but normally they look a little bit better as far as the sticker goes. They actually kind of they look like this right here.
Oh, cool.
And without the writing on it, of course. I just wrote on these because this is somebody else's, but I usually do regular, like really good sample stickers. I kind of pride myself on that, but yeah, no, that's not an engraving though on that. That's actually a sticker.
Oh. Okay, I see it now. I ran my finger over it and it had some texture to it.
Oh man, so
that number 4. That number 4 was fantastic. Super long finish, viscous.
Oh yeah. So I'm almost thinking we're aligned on B, C, and D as far as what they are and them matching up. Because you said crafty and right, like I'm not trying to steal your word, but it definitely on C was crafty. Let me know when you're going to 5, and I'll go with you on 5.
Yep, here's my 5.
Okay, cool. Here's my 5. Dang, see what I mean? It doesn't change. Like the color just seems really dark. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to like look at these. They must be different for me on this.
Musty. I get I get age on this as well.
I think this is the crafty one. For this,
that one I labeled as crafty is an outlier. I know I'm on 5 out of 6.
I'm gonna cross out that one.
I have not come across that same flavor profile on the nose or the palate. That is definitely a standalone. Now my number 5 is very close to my number 4.
Yeah, this one is
outstanding nose.
This has like that earthy tone to it, like an earthy flavor to it. And it's not, and normally I get earthy tones and flavors on either crafty or rise, And for me, this one is definitely earthy. It must be that I haven't tasted this in a while. Okay, I know what this is. I think. I'm so confused right now.
So my 5 is very similar to my 4. Intense on the nose, intense on the palate, extremely viscous. Your same traditional bourbon flavors. Your vanilla. There's oak there. There's sweet oak.
Okay, I'm gonna say you're right as of right now. I'm gonna say with how you're describing it. I'm gonna say your A. My A is your E. So let me write that down for me. That's just for me. Oh yeah, my A.
This is gonna get so
confusing. E.
Not only is Joe. We're trying to match up our samples, which I don't know if it's ever been done before. But he gave me samples that had numbers on them, and now he's using letters.
Yeah. But I'm gonna say RD. I'm gonna say RD is on par. That RD is both the same.
My D and E are very they could be intertwined. I'm gonna have to go back. Right now, that's number 1 and number 2. They're the leaders in the clubhouse. I'm gonna have to go back and AB to pick one. But they're definitely hitters in the bourbon world. They're definitely really, really good.
Cheers, Tiller. And again, I apologize. We're talking back and forth. We're trying to learn each other's palate. We're going to do a battle on Dusty Dan's channel. We're battling a couple.
The Turks, right?
No, Whiskey Row.
Oh, it changed.
It changed. It changed on us, but we're battling Whiskey Row. So that's going to be, interesting. They're married, they live with each other. That's why I was saying they understand each other's palates. I think their palates are different. I think that's what's gonna help us. And I know they ain't watching it, so I could talk strategy here. I don't know that for sure. Beyond the Row and Whiskey Row, I've been here before and said what's up to everybody, but I'm pretty sure they got things going on right now. So, but Monday, for sure, we're battling those two. What's up, Tiller? I don't know if I said what's up. Isaiah is in. Joe cleanses his palate with Fireball. Hey, you ain't. You know what? I'm definitely. If I get this wrong, I am so. I don't know what to tell you, man. I probably should cleanse my palate with Fireball if I get this wrong. Tillers, and we're gonna go back through it, because we still got to A and B it to try to see which one, because we're gonna rank them. Eric Gunderson, oh man, dude, appreciate you, man. New member of the channel, first member. Let's clock that. First member of the channel. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for that. You're freaking awesome, dude. Man, I can't thank you enough. Wandering Magoo, sub to Chris Jenkins. Hells yeah, man. Sub to everybody. That's the thing, man. We got to spread that, especially within this community. We talk about community. A sub doesn't cost anything. So, sub to the homies. Sub to everybody. Let's see, top dog in the house. Let's see, home this week, but she leaves Sunday. Almost. Hey, enjoy it, man. Enjoy your week, man. My daughter comes back home. She's in the Air Force. She went on deployment for 6-7 months almost. Got back, and we're gonna get to see her next week. Love you, Vivi. She's sometimes lurking, so, but love you. Happy birthday, Vivi. And when she comes, we're going to probably do one of these streams. It'll be a late birthday stream because her birthday is actually today. So happy birthday. Happy birthday, Vivi. And can't wait till she get here, and we're gonna do a live together, and just to kick it with everybody. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate all you guys for hanging out with us. Big Cat in the house. What is up, man? Cheers, everybody, he says. And again, sorry if I'm not keeping up on chat, but I'm going to highlight you as much as I can. And then I'll go back and just appreciate you. Independent Joe, what team is the points leader on Dusty? You know what?
Oh,
there's some. I don't know what's moving on. I know a lot of people. I think it's
I forget his name. Unfortunately, it's the gentleman who runs Barrels of Hope.
Oh yeah, okay. Whiskey Tornado. Tornado.
They did really, really, really well. They weren't on Monday. They were on the week before. But I remember them getting above 10 points.
Okay. I think I heard him say on this last stream. I wasn't able to hang out because I was on the road, but I heard somebody had 14 points, so that might be him then.
Yeah, they did really well.
I found it very difficult to do the challenge with an unknown partner. Hey, you know what? I'm getting to know my partner right now, Top Dog. No excuses. You got to make it happen, bro. You got to make it happen. Love you, man, but you got to make it happen. Fat Axe Bourbon in the house. If I had an axe right now, I probably wouldn't chop any wood because some of these bottles are irreplaceable. So I won't do it.
The last note I get on my E is a tad bit of sweetness. Almost makes me think that it could be the second grain, could be maybe wheat. But I do get a little bit of sweetness on my E.
Okay. Old Pirate Bourbon is in the house. What is up, brother? Cheers. Mr. Great Shot, Gandy Road, Wandering Magoo, Les Bamblet. First time here. Hey, man. Hey, glad you're here. Just throwing that out there, man. Glad you're here. Appreciate you. Which one's that?
This is my 6.
Okay, 6. We're going on to 6. Going on to 6, everybody. Last one, and then we're going to try to figure out we're going to try to talk it through and try to figure out these. I already got 2 of them I think are the ones that are the same, but we'll try to figure out. We're trying to figure out how we can match these up just by flavor, just by nose, just by thought, and we're going to try to figure that out. Cheers. Cheers,
I know you told me not to do bottle guesses, but that's very, very distinctive.
Yeah.
My 6 is. Because I own a lot of it, and I kind of know.
I'm writing down bottles, but that's because
I'm doing guesses too, but let me get my notes on it. So this is also unique.
Oh, man. I love this one. I don't know if it's the right one. See, I think 6 is too many. Because I'm enjoying these. Like, this is definitely up there. Oh, this is so good.
So it's hard. The note I get on this, and I drink a lot of scotch too, so the note that you get off of Springbank or Glen Scotia would be like a funk. This brand of bourbon, they make a rye too, but I the only way I can describe it is that it's a funk. It's like a funky wood, and I don't know if that's correct, but it's on the nose and it's on the palate, and I get it on most of all their bottlings. Other than that, sweet oak, but that funk kind of takes over. It's delicious.
Oh man, I really like this one. This is tough, man. This is tough doing it blind. Oh man. So good. So good. Oh no. And drinking that one throws off the flavor profiles of every other one for me, because it was like when I thought I knew what this one is, if I'm wrong on this one, there's no way I'm right on any of the other ones.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I have my bottle guess on this one. But tasting notes, a sweet oak. I get that like what I call like an oak funk. But that's the way I describe it.
I'm gonna mess. You know what? This just came to mind right now. I'm gonna screw you all up. I'm gonna screw this whole game up. I'm gonna tell you what these bottles are.
Can I guess?
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what these bottles are, because now that I'm thinking about it, there's just no way. So I'm gonna tell you.
Can I guess?
I'm gonna tell you what bottles are in play.
I know, but can I guess before you do that?
Do you want to do that? That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So wait, hold on. Let me see. Man, this is just so oak, sweet.
All right, let me rank them. That's 3.
Beautiful flavor. Beautiful flavors coming from this one.
This one's 4.
All right. So, well, the thing is okay. That makes sense. You know what? When I say the bottles, then we'll try to put them in order of what we think they are, and we can kind of think with each other on aligning these, because I don't know what bottles these are.
I have no idea what my 3 is. That's so weird.
I'm already. I think let's go ahead and rank them now. So rank them how you feel as far as flavor profile, what you like.
Yep, I got them.
And I'm gonna say, so you can go ahead and taste each one. Now, okay, I'll do that. We'll do that. So you can go through now, just A and B, and then write down your guesses, and then I'll. So you don't want me to give you what bottles they are,
Joe? It's your show.
No, what you wanted to say?
I have a strong guess on. I have a strong guess on 2. I just wanted to see if
you're
I
correct
was right or if I was wrong.
Hey, that's fair. Now go ahead. Which ones do you want to guess on?
I think 1 is definitely a Wild Turkey product.
Okay.
And then my number 6 is definitely a Willet.
Oh wow, definitely a Willet.
Yes.
Okay. Now that that's out there. Those are the 2. Those are the 2, and I don't think it's fair that I know what they are and you don't know. And it would have been a lot easier. Okay, I can tell you, there is a Willet in here. There is a Trail's End in here.
Trail's End? I don't know if I've ever had Trail's End.
There is a Hardin's Creek in here.
Okay.
There is an Elijah Craig barrel proof in here.
Yeah.
There is a Four Roses in here. And there is a Lucky 7 in here. So now knowing what they are, let's try to match them up with each other.
Okay. My 6 is Willet.
You're saying your 6 is Willet. So then off your description, I would have got it wrong. Just to be fair. Because my D is Willet. That's what I'm getting from a D. So you're saying your F is Willet. Okay, correct. So I'll correct that and I'll agree with you because because it's your flavor, it's your taste, I can't disagree with that. So I'll tell you right now, my A and E is your E. So what did I think? I thought the A for me, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, when you described it, I got Lucky 7 on that one.
I'm sorry, what letter?
So my A, I'm calling that Lucky 7.
Yeah, and see, I would agree with you. Now that I know that Wild Turkey's out.
Yeah, Wild Turkey's out. I
would agree that this. I'm getting similar. Not necessarily Barton, but like more towards that line.
Appreciate you, Northwest. Thank you for that. Thank you, Eric Gunderson, again. Freaking awesome. You guys are awesome, man. Bad Axe Bourbon, check them out. Patreon. Hey, if you want to try to win this flight, yeah. But put in if you just joined Patreon, make sure you put in the comments that you just joined so that I don't miss it, and I add you to, because you can win a flight of your choice of the 10. Like, we're only blinding 6, but there's 10 that you can pick from for a flight. So
Joe, what was the 6? So I have Lucky 7, Willet, Four Roses, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, Hardin's Creek. Which was the 6th?
Trail's End.
Oh, Trail's End. Trail's End.
Yeah, Trail's End. Yeah.
So I have not ever had Trail's End. And
you know what? This is the first Trail's End I've tasted, to be fair, and it blew me away.
And I've never had Hardin's Creek. Not all
okay.
In this basement.
But you've had Four Roses, you've had Elijah Craig, you've had Willet, and you've had Lucky 7. So
yeah, I mean there are in between those brands, right? They have a lot of releases, so there's a lot of variety within the releases.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to C because this is the one where I thought was Trails End, but it's not. And the proof just hit me, so I'm calling this one the Elijah Craig. The Elijah Craig, coming to a theater near you. All right. Oh man. Just so you guys know, appreciate you guys still hanging out. I know it fluctuates and people coming in and out. I know there's other channels going. Really appreciate you hanging out with us. Again, I am doing a giveaway for just for shits and giggles. It is the 1783 for anybody who put in. If that's not something you want, don't worry about it. But it's every $5 every entry, and I've got seven people, not 7 entries, because some of them have multiple entries. But one of them is not going to be in there. I'm actually going to not put Miss Independent Joe in there. So William Hall is in there for it. Eric Gunderson is in there. Isaiah's V, of course. Paul P. And I will not put Miss Independent Joe. I was just kidding about that. I won't do that. So it is what it is. Toshi Bake, what is up? See, me and Toshi Bake did this last year, but we did 10, and it was like it was fun as heck. But it was like, oh my god, we were all over the place on that one. Appreciate you, Toshi, for hanging out, man. Thank you. David Bass in the house. David Bass. Let's see here. Let me make sure. Z-Man, Paul P, Northwest Bourbon, Whiskey Corner. Hey, man, if you see a channel in here, please subscribe. Miracle Martinez, the Miracle Man himself. Hope everything is great tonight. Hell yeah, man. Hope everything is great with you, too. Let's see here. Bad Axe Bourbon. Make sure you're subscribed. Les Bambit. Glad to be here, man. Glad you're here, man. Let's see. P, everybody saying what's up to each other. Miracle Martinez says cheers for the first time. Okay, I'm caught up. All right. So I'm going to tell you what I think some of these are, and then you can write them. You don't have to write them down or anything.
I got my guesses as well, based on the 6 that you just listed. No, based on my order. Just different,
God,
maybe
so
different
good.
than the order.
Okay.
Or we can have the big reveal.
Like, it just changed everything for me. This one just changed like everything. I just went back to A, and now I don't think it's Lucky 7 anymore. Oh my god. Damn it. All right, everybody. Please do not hold this against me. Do not hold this against me, because this just changed. And in a flight, you just never know how it's going to change, because when you're tasting different whiskeys, this could be a 16-year King of Kentucky. Who knows? This could be Barrel King. This could be Winter Oak from Smoke Wagon. I don't know.
You just told us they weren't those.
This could be Still Austin. Pour some Austin on me. Oh my god, these are so good. And I think that's what, like, that's the thing is like when you're tasting with somebody else. Last year I got to do it with Toshi. This year, man, thank you for doing this. And we'll talk a little bit, because we got to kind of strategize a little bit, especially on communication wise, because they're going to be sitting next to each other. We don't have that a luxury.
Well, we can text each other.
Yeah, we got to figure that out. So I'm going to A and B these real quick, because you got yours down, but I didn't get mine down because I was highlighting chats, but
Yeah, with these type of, I don't like to overthink it. If I start overthinking it, then I'll like second guess myself, and then I normally I'll have my initial gut, and I'll just go with that. And if it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's right, it's right.
and that's what I'm doing right now, by the way. Now, I mean, did any of these? Are you able to go from also write down favorite to least favorite? It doesn't have to be bad. It just has to be least favorite. You know what I mean?
I have them ranked.
Okay, this is D. Did I get that right? Yeah, that's what I think it is. Okay. So I'm gonna put that one. Man, that's so confusing right there, that one. I think that will be my least.
Yeah, not only are we ranking these on what we like, now we're also trying to like pull notes out and guess what they are, and it's difficult.
Oh man, this one's tough.
Like 4 of these are amazing.
Okay,
like
thank you.
five.
Thank you. I hope I didn't disappoint on what would be my favorite.
Is the 4 Roses a barrel proof?
Ooh. I think it is.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it is. It's batched though. I believe it's batched. I don't think it's a single barrel.
Well, I mean, if it's going to be in your list, then it might just be the LE.
It is. Does that help?
Yes.
Sorry.
Just because I know the proof on that. I know. Yeah.
You know, I was struggling because from memory, I was thinking like, oh my God, man, I don't want to miss something and not put it in there. And I just remember the feeling I had when I drank it and I had tasted afterwards from the first time I tasted it. And I couldn't leave out the 4 Roses. It just affected me that way. So maybe it's not everybody's thing, but oh man, this is so tough. What I'm trying to figure out right now is what everything is. So that one I'm going to say is 2. The problem with that is it lightens up so much, but I can understand why, but still the flavor is there. It's hard because when you got a Willet in there, a single barrel, it's like it kind of tricks your palate in different ways.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I get that musty, funky oak. That's what I get on all of their purple tops. At least the recent purple tops.
Okay, I'm gonna call this one. Yeah, that one's gonna be my 4th. And that one's going to be 4th. Actually, sorry, 6th. Man, that's so messed up, man. See, right now I'm trying to like separate a lot of different flavors because you already know that there is only one Indiana in here. There's only one Oregon in here, so it's like trying to separate those, you know.
Yeah. All right.
Man, if I got this wrong, I'm so like I'm gonna be pissed. All right, let me calm down, my pal. I gotta reset. Sorry, everybody. I'm gonna drink some water, and I'm gonna go through the chat and keep drinking water. And I'm gonna try it again because it's not fair. It's not fair if I don't like.
What are you working on now? Just ranking them?
Well,
I mean, you can't go wrong with any of them.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm not ranking them per se, but at the same time, I'm trying to figure out like, because like I said, now that we both know what bottles they are, we're trying to match the bottles so that we can match each other and see if we can figure that part out.
I think I got 3 that I'm very confident on what they are, and then the other 3, I've never had the Trail's End. I've never had Hardin's Creek. It depends on what Lucky 7 it is. If it's a proprietor, 14 or 15-year-old, I have a few of those. I kind of know that flavor profile. They are fantastic. So those last 3 are the ones. I think I know what the Four Roses is. I know what glass has the Willet, and I'm pretty sure I know what glass has the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. It's the Lucky 7, the Hardin's Creek, and the Trail's End. And since I've never had a Trail's End, I'm thinking that's the one I was getting crafty on, that weird one, because I've never had this before.
Did you have okay? You never had Hardin's Creek and Trail's End is out. This right here is Willet 10-year. So now all of you know like what it is. It is what it is. We got a 15-year. That's the 15-year for Lucky 7.
Okay.
It's the 135th, of course, you know, and then no surprise, it's the C923 is in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is tough. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me go back up and make sure I didn't miss any chats.
That's that for sure. But now that I know it's a 15-year-old proprietor, now I'm looking for that oak I get on it. It's not that.
Appreciate you, Eric Gunderson. Man, you're the man. My first member of the channel. Let's see. Happy Cake Day to her. Hells yeah. Let's see. Let's go through. I think I'm set, man. I you know what? I think I'm screwed because I think 6 is too many. I thought 10 was too many. Now I think 6 is definitely too many.
Well, you could be a complete, I'm not gonna say moron, but out of your mind, and do 100. Like Fred Minnick.
Yeah. Hey, you know, but
we can't even do 6.
Well, you know what? He didn't. To to be fair, I guess, he didn't swallow on some of those.
Doesn't matter. Your palate's going to get burnt out. I don't care if you're a professional. It gets to a certain limit.
Yeah. And you know what? I think 4. Hey, everybody, if you're going to do a flight, do 4. Do 4 because after 4, you're like your mind is working so crazily through some of these pores. You're like trying to figure out. It's like there's no way, and I think I messed up with some of these. I think I went too far too. Cheers,
No.
Joe, buddy.
I think 6 is fine.
Okay.
You ready?
Whiskey Corner. I think I am. Let me finish this chat stuff. Whiskey Corner said, "Let's go." Cheers, brother. If you're not subscribed to Whiskey Corner, please subscribe. He's freaking awesome. Top dog in the house. Put me in there. Good night. You're in there, bro. You're in there. Toshi Bake is in there at Whiskey Corner. Absolutely. And Toshi Bake was schlammered last year. You know what? Hey, I was with you, Toshi Bake. I was with you. No. That's the thing is like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And when you're going through a flight, because everybody's palate is different and what you appreciate, what you like is just different. It doesn't mean it's wrong. It's no, man, you're good. I would be questioning palate when it comes to your palate, bro.
If we get the questions wrong on Monday, we're going to be wrong.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll figure that out, and we'll talk more about that later between you and I. But let's see, Mr. Great Shot, 2 entries. Hell yeah, man, for Miss Independent Joe. Unfortunately, she's not. I'm gonna put him on a wheel, but you're in there, bro. You're in there. Thank you for that. Thank you. 2 entries for Miss Independent Joe. Thank you. No, dude. No, that's for you. No, hell no. That's you. Miss Independent Joe has access to all this weird stuff. There's no way that you would be giving it to her. You could give it to somebody else, but not Miss Independent Joe. Let's see. I might be wearing a few extra layers. Okay, James Morgan is in the house. What is up, brother? Z-Man, number two member of the channel. Appreciate you, man. Man, appreciate you. Love you, man. You're a weirdo. I don't care who knows it, but you're a weirdo. All right. Let's see. Give it to someone. Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna put Miss Independent Joe in there for those of you who put it in. She's gonna pick between who's left behind. Who's left behind? Who's here hanging out with us? She's gonna just pick a name. Look at that. Big Vic is in the house. What is up, man? Cheers, man. Good to see you here. Let's see. All right, let's go through this, man, because we got to figure this out, because we got a challenge in front of us in a couple of days, right?
We do.
Not a couple of days. It's like almost a week. We got some time.
It'll feel like a couple days.
Yeah, it feels like that. Wait, hold on real quick. This is dumb.
What are you
This
struggling with?
whole flavor profile just changed on me. I said it was fruity. I said it was high proof. Now it's not. It's not that. It's definitely not that. Hold on.
They're all pretty high proof.
Hold on real quick. I'm sorry. I messed myself up. It's not you, it's me.
Mm.
Okay, that's undecided. Holy crap, that's undecided too. Look at it. I crossed out Lucky 7. I put Lucky 7, but it's not Lucky 7. It's not.
One of them's got to be.
All right. You know what? Sorry, everybody. We are going to go ahead and just finish this out. Hold on real quick. See, there's no way that somebody could taste 100 freaking whiskeys and bourbons. There's no way. We're doing 6.
I agree.
There's no way. All right, I'm going to stick with my original thought. Okay, so let's try to figure this out together. So, my A is, I'm going to stick with it. I wrote Lucky 7 twice, so I'm going to just stick with it. I'm going to say it's Lucky 7. What is your Lucky 7?
All right, so I got very complex fruit, a good amount of oak, 15 years, long finish. I went back to complex again. I'm thinking my A is the Four Roses Ellie.
Your A?
Correct.
Oh,
One, whatever you want to call it.
Hey, no, man, you're not wrong. So your A equals my F.
Okay, that's how you're going to do it.
Yeah. So your A equals my F.
Matchup.
And go ahead, go on B. What are you thinking B is? Knowing what they are.
Okay, so I don't think I go through the notes. So my B, I believe is the Hardin's Creek.
Same. I'm agreeing with that. And that's weird because you have not. You said you didn't taste
Process
any
of
of
elimination. It's process of elimination.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, watch me be wrong anyway. So
No, you might be right. Let's see. See,
but
this is.
I don't know that much about Hardin's Creek, but isn't this a bean product?
It is a bean product.
Okay.
So
that's
what
what I was relating in my head. I was like, okay, this has got some nuttiness to it. It's got some age to it. It smells fantastic, but it just reminds me of a Knob Creek 15-year-old store pick with just a little bit dumbed down on the proof.
Yeah.
My C, I went with Trail's End. This was the one that I had no idea. It was funky, and not that wood funk. This was the one that I got the youthful notes on. The one that I never had a nose like this, and I've never tasted anything like this.
But that's your third favorite though.
No.
Wait,
that's my least favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, honestly, that was my least favorite. I put that number 6. I
don't want to confuse everyone, but my number 1, when I say number 1, that was if I lined my samples up, so like A, B, C, D, E, F, E. This was in my A sample. I actually I ranked this number 2. So the Four Roses, I think this is the Four Roses. I ranked this number 2.
Okay, I thought that's what we were going down. Man, we're all screwed up.
No, remember we talked about matching them up? Like we were trying to match like your glass to my glass?
Yeah.
So we had like 2 different thoughts. So we were trying to match our glasses up to see if our flavor profiles matched up. And then we had to rank them. But it's going to be hard to do both those at the same time. We're going to confuse everybody in the chat. I say let's match them up first, and then do a bottle reveal, and then we can just go through what we picked first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth.
All right, hold on. Because I just see that's the thing. Holy crap! This is all screwed up. This is all screwed up. It's weird though. In a flight, like flavors change because you're tasting different whiskeys against different whiskeys.
Yep.
So it changes. And now going to like, because I was trying to agree because I think that's one of the ones that we agreed on. No, it's not. You said my D was your F. But now you're seeing my A was your F, which only if it was Lucky 7, but now I'm tasting this is definitely Willet. This is definitely Willet for me.
And I believe my F is Willet.
Okay, so A and F is Willet. Okay, I wrote that down. What did you think B was?
My B sample, I thought was the Hardin's Creek. Like I said, so this is my B sample. I ranked it fifth out of these, but this one I get beam. I get a beam profile on it. I get a good amount of oak on it. The sweet oak, but it just reminds me of beam. So my number 2 sample.
And I agree with you. I agree with you on that one. By the way, that I agree with you. I'm writing down what we agree on. Okay, so okay. What do you think it is?
So my C sample I ranked last. It was my least favorite. It was still good. I believe it's Trail's End. That's the one I called crafty. That's the one I called youthful. The one I called I couldn't put my finger on it because it did not seem familiar.
Man, I like that one though. But my C is different than your C.
Correct.
Damn it. Yeah, I didn't think this thing through. Because I really like that one. I think your C is, I think my D. Yeah, I think that's my D.
We're moving on to sample 4.
No, it's definitely the E. All right. Sample number 4, what'd you get?
My sample 4 was my favorite. I thought it was the Illogical Barrel Proof. That's the one that hit me with a shock, and I said, this is deep, rich, dark, complex. I had all the notes that just jumped right out at me. Like, it was like, this is like you're walking straight into a rickhouse. It was delicious. I think it's the Illogical Barrel Proof, and I picked it my favorite sample out of these 6.
So D was your favorite. D was your favorite, and it was what?
Illogical Barrel Proof, C923. That's what I think it is.
Yeah. There's only one Elijah Craig in here, so it doesn't matter. All right. Yeah, I'm screwed. I'm screwed on this. It is what it is. That's the thing with these. It's just like there's no plan. There's no way you can like align and then try to figure it out at the end.
Yeah, someone would have had to send them on your behalf, like bottle them, and then set yours aside, and then set mine aside, and then you just ship mine, and then we have some sort of envelope we open. So we're both going in the same order because we're going to be tasting the same whiskeys in the same order on Monday night. So it's the flavor profile that I'm getting. I'm texting you back and forth. Like, is it hot? Do you think what if it's not hot? Or the flavor profiles. But this does give us a good job. Like, if we're both pretty close on these, then we know that our palates are pretty much are aligning for the most part, and that when we unless we have a completely off night on Monday, we'll be fine.
All right, so let's go here. You know what? Forget everything else. Okay, I think that B is or A is. Hold on, let me make sure I'm not messing this up. A and C is the only ones I'm confused about. Not confused anymore. It's Willet. So D is the one I'm confused about. That's so messed up, man. That's so messed up.
I only have 2 left.
Dude, hold on. I'm all messed up.
I got my Willet and my Lucky 7 are the only 2 that are in my 5th and 6th spot. As in my E and F spot.
You know, all right, everybody. Good intentions. Terrible. There's no way. We'll talk more about this on the back end of this, but
we'll get it worked out.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna leave it the way it is. Hold on. There's no way. All right, so I said Willet was A. I said 2. I said 2. Hardin's Creek 211 was B. Now you're gonna know what they are. Elijah Craig C. Number 3 for me. Um, 6 was Trails End. It could be different. It could be different because when we go over what they were, I'm going to say 2, or actually 1 was A. 2 was 3. 2 was D. B was 4, and then 5. So I got A1, D2, 3C, 4F, 5. Wait, no, I'm sorry. BF. B is 4. F is 5, and then E is 6. What did you get?
Joe, you know that made little sense.
Yeah, of course.
So you're asking me to, what are you asking me to rank them, or you're asking me just to let?
No, just tell me your rankings. Like what you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is your ranking?
Okay. My number 1 was my D glass, and I think it's a Elijah Craig barrel proof. My number 2 ranking.
Wait. Hold on. So you said your D glass is what? Number 1?
Yes, it is my first place winner.
And which one is that?
I believe that's Elijah Craig barrel proof.
Okay. And what else? Number 2.
My second place is my A glass, and I believe that that's a Four Roses LE.
Okay.
In third place is my E glass, and I believe that's a Lucky 7 proprietor 15 year. In fourth place
Okay.
is my F glass, and that is the Willet 10 year single barrel.
Gotcha.
Then bringing up the rear, in fifth place is my B glass, and I believe that's the Hardin's Creek. And in sixth place, that leaves my C, as in Charlie glass, which I believe is Trail's End.
Right.
And if I had to bet $100, I'd bet $100 in that order. Like,
Wow.
I think that those are the whiskeys in those glasses.
All right. So let me check. No, this ain't ranking. This is where they are. So, where did you place E?
Where did I place it? I placed my E
Wait,
glass.
wait, hold on. A, B, C, D, E, F, F. Where'd you place F?
I placed it number 4. I think F is the Willet.
It's the Willet.
Okay. Got that one right?
Yeah, you're right. And where did you place 5?
Placed that number 3, and I believe that's
Okay.
the Lucky 7.
Okay. That's Elijah Craig.
All right, so I mixed up the Lucky 7 and the Elijah Craig, I guarantee you.
And that's a good one. That's a good one. Where'd you place number 3?
I placed that last, and I think that's Trail's End.
That is Lucky 7 15 year. Where'd you place number 3?
You just said C. Now you're saying 3?
Well, 3 is because I numbered yours on accident. So I didn't say A, B, C, D.
Okay.
So number 3 is the third one.
Yeah. In my third, that's the one I said was Trail's End.
Trail's End.
Okay. So I got that one right.
You got that one right. And
What-
I
what-
think
what-
we aligned on that one. We aligned on that one.
Which one was the Lucky 7? Lucky 7 was sample 4, right?
So, all right. So what you have is number 1. I went on Proof Point, by the way, on yours, and it's 4 Roses
Got that one right.
is number 1.
Yep.
Is A.
Yeah, I got
Number
that right.
1. A. Number 2, B, is 211.
211 is, what does that mean?
Hardin's Creek. I'm sorry. Hardin's Creek. 211.
Okay, got that one right. All right, so I just swapped
And-
these two. I swapped the Lucky 7 Elijah Craig.
And then number 3 is Trail's End 10 year. You said you picked that last.
Correct.
That's the third that I've sent you.
Yeah, I know.
Number 3.
Yeah, I picked it correct. I didn't like it as much as the other one, so I put it last.
I got you. Gotcha. And then number 4 was this was, sorry everybody, this was so messed up. Lucky 7,
Yep.
15 year. He had number 15. Number 6 is number 5. I'm sorry. Number 5 is for him. what he received, not what he put in place, was Elijah Craig B57 B5 C923. I said B9, but it's C923. And then Willett was the last one, which was different.
So everyone in the chat. So my number one was the Lucky 7 15-year proprietor. That is the glass that I picked as my winner out of this flight.
Okay.
I thought it was Elijah Craig. It wasn't. My second place was Four Roses. My actual third place was the Elijah Craig. So the Elijah Craig and the Lucky 7 is the one I flip-flop in my first and third position. And then the rest goes on with Willett, Hardin's Creek being fifth, and then the Trails End being sixth. So that was my order. And I got 2 of those wrong out of that 6.
All right.
Sort of like the synopsis of what we just did. Or mine.
You know what? It's not your fault, dude. It's my fault. I think doing a blind and then having somebody on, it's like trying to figure out. It's like it's a good idea. At the same time, it's weird. You know, it messes everything up. It's fun though. It's fun.
No, I had a good time.
No, I appreciate you, man.
Fantastic.
I appreciate you, dude. And this is I put everything forward.
So what did you pick? What at least what is what's your order?
So number one.
Yeah, what did you pick?
Actually, let me go number green. This is my least favorite, by the way. Hold on.
Okay. Green. So there you go. Green is Trails End. We're not that far off, dude. We're not that far off. And we'll figure it out after this. We've only been on live for a couple hours, so that's last. For me, this one. Yellow?
No, there's a number on there.
Wow.
2. So number 2. Hey, it's good. It's light. It's freaking delicious. For me, this is what it is. Trails End. I love this one. Number three, or actually, well, going backwards, is Orange 2. Orange 2 is, I didn't expect this. This is the Lucky 7 15-year proprietor. So number 6, and I was supposed to do the other ones first, but before I get to the number 1, I will tell you guys what they are. All right. So that's what it is for right now. Yellow, just basic yellow. Holy crap! Look at that. Barrel proof. Okay. It's good. It's good. It's not my favorite, but it's good. What else is next? In line with everything else. Hold on. Sorry. Orange. And I figured it's so good. You know what? 211. Hardin's Creek. All right. Before I go into the number 1, just know that these are interchangeable. These are, for me, you know, I know I had Christopher David on. He didn't know what was on here. Then we changed it up, and then we changed it up, and then we changed it up. He didn't know anything that was on here. Okay, but right now, through number 1, this is what it was. Okay? So number 10. Let's go number 10. And you guys are it's probably blowing your mind because you're like, holy crap, that one is so good. For me, number 10 is Jack Daniel's 12. Before I get to my number 1, Jack Daniel's 12. Okay. It's rich, it's sweet, it's good. It's, you know, it's a good whiskey for me. I don't have it in front of me, but I have one similar. Let's see. I think Nancy was talking about earlier, but for me, number 9, Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend. It's a good one. Top 10, easily top 10. Could be number 1 in other people's. In, you know, this is just what we tasted here. So from 6 to 10, you can place it anywhere. Booker's.
The Little Book.
Yeah, Little Book 7. For me, profile, proof, flavor was just, it was so good. Really good. Nice flavor. Texture, everything was there. So that was number 7 for me. So 10, 9, 8, 7 for me would probably be, and don't get mad. It is what it is. Winter Oak. I like the profile. I like the taste. It's a good whiskey to me. Good flavor, sweet, nice, easy. Even at these proof points at 115.94, just overall, just a nice whiskey. So don't get mad at that. And the last one for me, even at a lower proof, not crazy lower. So Wyoming whiskey, 10-year. This one right here, this was 1 through 6, so, or 10 through 6. 52.4 proof. 103.4 proof, sorry. Steve Nally, Nancy Fraley, really great pour. Check it out. Really good stuff. I like it. It's simple, it's sweet, it's nice, it's flavorful. It's like one of those ones where it's just really good, you know? Yeah. And let me catch up real quick. Hold on. Let's see. Whiskey. Daniel Sutherland is a new name that I haven't seen. Late to the party. Hey, cheers to you, bro. Cheers to you. Cheers to you all. David Base. Whiskey Corner. Let's see. Let me catch up. Katie Turk. Sorry about that, Christopher David.
We had 2 different times. You're on the
West Coast. I know, man. I apologize. It's just like I've been trying to like advance this as fast as possible, but Drifting Drowns in the house. Check them out. Katie Turk, the Turks. I met him at number 1, Pours in the Park. First Pours in the Park, me and Katie Turk. And the Turks met. It was awesome.
Yeah,
Ethan's awesome. Let's see, James Morgan. I hear you have a bottle of Bucolitic CL. Good as. All right, dude. You're just asking some weird questions. Let's see.
Brooklotti's a Scotch.
No, I have Bucolitic, but let's see. Ben. Let's see. Hold on. Bourbon.
21090 was doing Scotch, and their pronunciation of
Whiskey and Censor was here earlier, I guess.
Bottles were funny.
Let's see. We will warm up soon. All right, this is crazy. Norris Joe, to review, toasting later. Have no idea what that means, but hey. Let's see, just turn up too often. Corn and Whiskey's here. What's up, man? Wow. That has to be a top 3 for me. All right, top 1, man. The last one that's sitting there for me anyways. It might be different. And Chris is gonna tell me what he's got for his number 1. Man, this is, yeah, I definitely should not be doing top 10s. With should be 5. And I already told you, you guys already know. You guys already know it's Willet, because he said Willet. And this is my top 5. This is my top 5 right here. Christopher, Chris, what is yours?
My number one I picked was the Lucky 7 Proprietor 15-year.
Okay. Hey, you're not wrong, man.
Second was the Four Roses, and number 3 was the Elijah Craig. Now, the Four Roses is delicate. There's great flavors in there, but when you're going back and forth between powerhouses like that Elijah Craig and the Lucky 7 and the Willet, which I say is funky wood, that's going to overpower that Four Roses. If you go back to that Four Roses, the Four Roses is delicate. It's amazing. There's great flavors. There's a lot of complexity to it. You can sit with it for hours, but it's going to get overpowered in a blind. That's just my personal opinion. I was surprised when some other channels had blinded it in, and it came out second and third. I was surprised that it came out as high as it did, but I'm glad I had it first. So I had it first, and I was able to dig into it and get a lot of flavors. But then when I went back to it, and then you had already told me that there was a Four Roses in there, and then I hinted to you, could it be the LE? And you said, well, I don't know, maybe. Then I kind of knew it was there. So that swayed me a little bit, to be honest.
You know what?
I was glad that I had it first.
Well, this is a learning curve, because like it's tough to blind somebody else to like try to figure out like matches and proof points and flavor profiles and stuff like that. And, like, there's no way I can grasp like what it is you like better than others off of this, because you knew nothing about the flight. I knew something about the flight, and so that kind of skews, you know, what it is. So it's like, moving forward, the next year will be different. I thought the next year would be different with me and Toshi, but hey, it is what it is. Let's see, hold on. Let me make sure I don't highlight everybody's. Let's see, No Worries Joe, review, tasting later. Got it. Tasting corn whiskey, not Jack. You screwed me up on that one. No worries, Joe. To review, tasting later. Gotcha. Always like your first impressions. It's always, I try to do first impressions because you never know. But the problem is, and that's my fault, is I'm like, first impressions is something different. It's going to be different than what you taste a month from now, a week from now, a month from now, two months from now. It's going to be different, and it's always going to be based on like what you ate, what you felt, it's just different. It's just added. It's like you never know. But the only thing I say as far as all of this, if it's good, it's good. And I'm going to be honest with you with these right here. If it's good, it's good. And I don't know how you feel about it. You can tell me something different, Chris?
No, they're all fantastic. The only one that, like I said, was a little bit out of my wheelhouse was that Trail's End. I'd never had Trail's End before, so it was something I couldn't relate to. It was something that I would probably want to sit down with. Now I have a half these are 1 ounce samples, so I have another half ounce that I can go back to it and revisit it. But that was the only one that I wasn't wowed with. To be honest,
I got you.
The rest of them were like, wow, this is really, really good. This is really, really good. Now I got to like try to figure out which one I like more. That was the only one that kind of stood out of the pack. That's all.
I got you. All right. So this is my ranking. What is your total ranking? So if you could put like, what would be your ranking?
So I picked the Lucky 7, number 1. Yep. Number 2 was the Four Roses. Number 3 was the Elijah Craig. Number 4 was the Willet 10-year single barrel. Number 5 was the Hardin's Creek. And number 6 was the Trail's End.
Okay. So there you go, folks.
Exactly.
There's no way you can imagine that everybody's palate is the same. We are so like all over the place as far as palate wise, but that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. That's a thing. That's like we all like what we like. We all appreciate what we appreciate. And the conversation's good, when we talk about the different things that we like there's no way, because you hadn't tasted a Hardin's Creek, which is popularized, and then a Trail's End, which is not popularized, which is not something the norm, is there, for me. And that's the difference, like, why get mad? Why get upset? Why say, oh, I can't get that, or that's not what I think is number one. You'll never agree, because it flavor, profile, all that stuff is subjective. The thing is that when we talk about, as a circle, as a community, when we talk about the different things that's out there, we can educate or further give information on what's available, what's pretty good. Chris doesn't have a channel, could easily have a channel with the great different whiskeys that he has. For whatever reason, it doesn't mean my palate is better than his or his palate is better than mine. We can agree on the overall aspect of, hey, we like challenging ourselves. We like talking about whiskey. We like like relating to the different things when it comes to, I don't know what we learned here as far as what we need to learn as teammates. That was my thing, was like, man, I want to learn. And I can tell you right now, holy crap, we need to kind of hook up privately, and we need to talk about like what we tasted here and then what we tasted going forward. I don't know if we were opposite, but we were pretty opposite.
Well, no, I mean, no. Well, thanks for having me on. The whiskeys were amazing, number one. So thank you for sharing those with me and having me on to kind of go through your top 6.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. The whiskeys were, like I said, absolutely amazing. It's difficult sometimes to sit down and go through a blind tasting and also have that as your mission, but then also have like other alternative things you want to accomplish, like profile matching and things like that. We can do that at a different time before Monday. I guess what I'm taking away from it is that, you know, you have a sense now that I can sit down with whiskey and pull things out of them and relate that to a certain brand. So there's a trust factor, I think, is what I'm getting to, right? And I've been watching you for a while now, so I know that your palate is straightforward too. So I think that's what we can take away from tonight. Not only was it fun, and we got to pick, you know, what our favorites were, and you're right, taste is subject, right? So what I like doesn't necessarily mean what you're going to like. But you should have I guess, like an understanding of me now. But so that's what I think you can take away from it. And then we could get on a private chat before Monday and kind of go through things. But I think Monday, if we just approach at it as being fun and not to overthink it, I think we'll be fine. It's not, from what I understand, I don't think it's a single elimination type of thing. I could be wrong.
Well, the thing is the less points you score, because this is I think the preliminary round where you try. If you don't score enough points, you don't move on. This isn't if you beat them, you move on. This is if you don't score enough points. That's important. You know, if we don't score enough points, if we don't know what, to be honest, I think what did you pick number 1?
The Lucky 7, the 15-year Lucky 7.
The Lucky 7. I picked that number 4. So it's like our flavor, our thought process is a little bit, you know, it's just a little bit to the right, you know, a little bit to the left, depending on how you look at it.
I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think when you look at, you know, I entered the competition just to have fun. I mean, Joe's. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Dan's a good friend. He's like, we want to do this, and we hang out a lot. So, but I think it's looking at it and being able to dissect a whiskey in a very short amount of time and say, hey, this is a bourbon. It's not a rye. It's a bourbon. It's got 12 plus years. And I take a sip at it, and I think it's 123 proof. That's what the key. That's what the key is going to be.
Definitely. This is the point of the stream where, hey, anybody can join. But corn whiskey. What are you drinking there, Z-Man?
I got a little mix of OGD 114 and this fine stuff.
What is that?
Nice.
Woodford Reserve Double Oak.
Oh my God, I hate Woodford Double Oak.
Yeah, you should.
Holy crap, that's crazy. Because like he said that's nice. I'm like, oh my God, we're like two different. We're in two different worlds. Hey, but to be fair,
it was sarcastic as he's mixing the double oak with the old granddad. That's what I was as.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it takes the nuttiness out of the beam and puts the sweet into the OGD. It's delish.
You know what? I made a mess here. I put a whole bunch of whiskeys. Hey, I know how late it is over there, David. So, man, we gotta get together because I think we're like, I won't say we're in opposite, but we just need to figure out, like, talk to each other a little bit because, like I said, those enemies. And when I say enemies, I say frenemies. Frenemies. The Whiskey Row, they are going to be coming after us, and we need to be in sync. So, outside of this is honestly, this is just to prove that
I don't think you watch Whiskey Rose and Beyond the Rose videos.
No, I do. I even watched the Dog Rose.
Because the stuff I've been watching here recently is Jamie's palate is better than David's.
Oh, I'm not going to doubt that. I'm just saying.
He's flunked out of he's flunked out of a couple things, and he's like, "Oh my god!" You could just see it in his face.
I'm just saying, myself and me and David, we need some alone time, and it's weird to say that. But we need some alone time where we're not competing and we're trying to figure out stuff. And we need to go over what we talked about so that we can kind of get an idea. Because, like I said, those friend enemies.
You're saying
right. We're going to compete against them, and we need to kind of strategize about that. And it doesn't have to be live like this. I had to get this out of the way with the top 5, and for the most part, I would go with probably your top 5 and my top 5. So anybody watching, his top 5 is probably better than my top 5.
Well, the good thing is that we're not being quizzed on what flavors we're getting out of whiskeys.
Yeah,
we're not being quizzed on what we like. We're being quizzed on what the age is, what the proof is, what the state of distillation is, blah blah blah. So as long as you and I are good at those things, which I think that we both are, and as long as we don't bicker and fight, and we have
that's not gonna happen, man.
Code
you win every time, man. You win every time.
If we have some sort of code to agreement, I think we'll be perfectly fine. I was hoping to go up against the Turks. The last time Katie gave me a blind, we were at Neat in Louisville, and I said, just go get me something. And then she brought it back, and I said, what is it? She said, you have to guess. So I felt that was I wanted to get a little payback. So that's why I wanted to go up against them. But it stinks that we're not going to. But we'll be fine, Joe. Joe, thank you so much.
This was fun, dude. Regardless of our differences and we're teammates, and everybody out there, we're teammates, and we gotta. I think this is just one thing that we needed to do to kind of figure out by the littlest of margins of hey, profiles. What are you thinking? We're a little bit off because
I guess all mine right.
This is Indiana. This is Willett, Willett is totally different. I'm not saying you're wrong because I really like this stuff. I honestly thought this was going to be my favorite.
Yeah, but what we like doesn't matter. I mean, I think we didn't go through what you picked as what you thought what bottles were what. We went through mine, and I flip-flopped the Lucky 7 and the Elijah Craig, and that makes sense, right? If you actually AB both of those, they're both high-aged bourbons, and they have similar profiles, at least in my personal opinion. The other ones I got all right. So, I mean, I didn't go through yours, but if you got all yours right, then, we're right in alignment, Joe. We're going to be fine.
To answer uncensored whiskeys, this is what they're putting in for. Of course, you have one, bro. You know, you were gonna send me one, but hey, it is what it is. Fucking 1783. There's a Patreon giveaway. Look at that, freaking Odyssey. What is up, Odyssey? How you doing, man?
Yo, what's up?
Good, brother.
Cheers, man. How you doing today?
Pretty good.
That's good, man.
All right, before
So-
it gets too late, cheers, Z-Man, Odyssey. Nice meeting you guys. Joe,
All
just
right.
shoot me a message. I'll be at the game on Saturday, the Ravens game against Tennessee. But Sunday I should be free, and maybe tomorrow. So let's plan on.
Okay,
Just shoot me a message sometime on Sunday.
All right. So Sunday, I'll message you, and if we can come back to here. What's up, Odyssey? How you doing, man?
Sorry, that was me. Hold on.
That was you. Okay, good. That was Z-Man.
Yeah.
All right. So Sunday, I'll message you. Who are you going for, real quick, as far as on Sunday?
I'm free. I'm just gonna be watching the NFL games, but
Yeah.
I'll be
Who
free to jump
are you
on
going for, though?
Going for? Who am I
Yeah, who
rooting
you-
for on Sunday?
Yeah. Who are you rooting for on Sunday?
I mean, as long as the Ravens win, which I'm rooting for on Saturday.
Ravens.
Well, you said Sunday. The Ravens play on Saturday.
Okay.
The other AFC game, the other AFC game would be the Chiefs against the Bills, and I'm more scared of the Bills than I am the Chiefs. But I got you.
All right. So
I hope the Chiefs win.
William,
who you guys playing on Saturday?
Playing the Texans.
All right. So we already know who you're rooting for. I'm just saying, I will get a hold of you on Sunday, and maybe we can come back and then we can revisit some of the stuff, and we can talk about a little bit more in depth. I'll let you go so you get some rest. Anybody who wants to jump on, the link is pinned at the top.
There you go.
And I still got to do 2 giveaways. One is the 1783, and then the other one's the Patreon giveaway. Whoever's here, whoever was here, will be put into that wheel. So it is what it is. Some people put 2 on 2, but it is what it is. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you, Chris, for doing
Cheers,
this with
everyone.
me, man.
Have a good
I
evening.
appreciate you, man. And let me see, what was my number? Let me
I'll
go
talk to
down.
you Sunday.
Yeah, brother.
There you go.
Cheers, man.
William Hall, no, never had it.
What's that?
He's asking if I've had the Heroes Edition. I ain't seen it yet.
The Heroes Edition?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta go through. I gotta do the wheels. So let's talk whiskey, man. Odyssey writer.
What do you say?
What have you been up to, man? What are you doing? What's going on? Are you a channel or?
No, not really. I mean, not really. I'm just I just enjoy watching a little whiskey tube.
Okay. Hells yeah, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm more of an Instagram kind of a thing, but it's
Okay.
not even that big of a deal.
Gotcha.
It's just something for me to do.
All right. Let's see. Marine Corps, huh?
Oh yeah, that's over there. Yeah, that's right.
Hells yeah, man.
I'm always giving the old Semper Yut.
Simple Yut. I don't know if it's you or somebody else, but every time I jump on a different chat, I always get that where I'm retired Marine, so I'm Marine. I'm a Marine,
You're through and through, bud. I can tell.
Yeah, we all are, unless you came out under different circumstances, and I won't talk about
Right.
different circumstances because it is what it is. But I'm just saying, if you faithfully, I don't care if you're 4 years, 20 years, you know what, you're a fucking Marine.
That's right. I did 6 myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Were you able to see a lot of things? I've been to Japan. I've been to Singapore. I've been to like a whole bunch of different places. What did you get to see during your time?
Yeah, I did. So I was a reservist out of
Okay.
Washington D.C.
Gotcha.
But that's not to say I didn't get my time in. I
Yeah,
did
yeah.
2 tours in Iraq, and
Oh, yeah. I've been there.
2003 and 2004, and then 2006 I did just a little training over in Okinawa. So that was a good time.
Okay.
Yeah. But I got out. I served 2000 to 2006, and then my IR contract was up in 2008. So
Yeah.
as they say, the old years, the old core.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm doing now is putting in for the Patreon giveaway. If you join the Patreon, I don't know. Let me know in the chat.
What the hell is
It doesn't mean you have to join the Patreon. Fuck no. Fuck that. Let's see. Tater Dom was here.
No.
Chris Jenkins was here. All right. I'm going to just put like names, like all my stuff. Definitely. Freaking Z-Man is here. Z-Man. For the
When did you start the channel membership? Is that recent?
that was recent, bro.
Bro.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, shoot. If you're a Patreon, if you join a membership, shoot, let me know so I can put an extra fucking shit in there. I know Eric Gunderson is in there.
And I'm number 2.
Number 2, and
Yes, sir.
that's shit. Plus you get 2 because you're second tier.
Yeah.
Or
I
is it
think
third
most
tier?
most channels kind of level out at like $10. I don't really the free shit, the $3, the $5. I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
shit.
I got you.
Yeah, do the 10 and just support the channel.
See, man. Plus the you gave what did you put in for?
Oh fuck! I had Eric Gunderson kick out like a couple, I think.
You said 10?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, not 10. 2 entries.
All right, Z-Man 10. So you got 5 entries in there already. And then Eric Gunderson, of course. Eric, I don't need to put anybody else in because Eric is all alone. There's no other Eric in here because Eric is. I think Tater Dom is 3 entries. Tater. You all right, brother?
Two entries, $10.
Tater
Sorry.
Dom is 3. Hold on. Chris Jenkins is, I think, 4. Oh, shit. Damn it. Chris J. All right, Chris Jenkins. Copy that. You all right?
Yeah, I got a lot of medical shit going on, brother. So.
Oh, okay, man. I'm with you, man. I'm with you on that shit. Copy. No, it's not working.
I got 32 years of state service, quadruple bypass in 2015, so I just kind of float on the water.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna peace out here probably about a year.
Yeah.
And collect 2 retirements.
Prescription Bourbon's here. Let me make sure he's in there. All right. Prescription Bourbon is.
I only got 2 entries, I think. So don't get crazy with me.
You got like 5.
Whatever. do you think, brother?
No, I'm working on that. I'm working on a prescription. I just need to put a prescription. So let me see. I'm going back up through the chats because the Patreon giveaway, of course, the 1783 is the last one to go through. This is the top 5. 1783 is the giveaway. What's up, Jack? Jack is in the house. What's up, man? So let's see. I did my last 4 years in the Air Force. Okay, nice, man. My daughter just came back from deployment.
I'll tell you that right now.
She's gonna be here in a week, so that's freaking awesome.
It is totally fucking awesome.
Man, I can't wait. We're gonna do a live together. No giveaway, no anything. Just fucking us hanging out and just talking about like life together. I mean, I don't know. It's probably gonna be dumb. I don't know. I would.
You could see when I've talked to you on several streams, and as a dad for your daughter to leave and be able to make it back.
It's you worry at the same time. You know where they're at.
Yes, sir.
Like, oh man, they're on a vacation.
Yeah, bullshit vacation that is.
A bullshit vacation, a mandatory vacation. Like,
yes, sir.
Can you imagine if somebody said you have to go, and there's no choice, you have to go to Hawaii.
Then you have to hope you can make it.
You'd be like, oh, cool, Hawaii, and then you'd be like, day 1. Oh man, this is great. Day 2, ooh, this is pretty cool. Day 3, oh my god, like it's like you have limited and imagine if you had limited like things you. Okay, Chris Jenkins, I gotta put you on there. Hold on, Chris J. Okay, Chris J is on there. Let me see. If anybody wants to hang out with us, we're gonna get done with this in a minute. We're gonna do the Patreon giveaway first. Let's see, Whiskey Corner. Let me put which one at least once. Whiskey Corner.
Carlos.
All right, so Whiskey Corner's on there at least once. Eric Gunderson, I believe, is on there already. Let's see. Eric should be on there like 5 times. Hold on, Eric.
There's Carlos.
What'd you say?
Instead of saying cheers to Carlos, you throw it in chat.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes, sir.
So Eric's on there 4. Let me see. I think 10 plus 20. So he's got the 4 more to go. So Eric. Hey, and if any of you want to give your stuff away, please let me know after the fact, because William Hall is in there for 4. This is the Patreon giveaway. So Patreon, William. I don't think there's any other Williams. William.
The hell is he? What's he talking about?
Who?
William Hall.
I don't know.
I will even break out the bottles that are more than $40 for a celebration. Oh, he's talking about you and your daughter. Cool.
Oh yeah. No, we're gonna do like we're gonna do different bottles, man. It's gonna be cool, man. Yeah. We're just gonna hang out. It's not anything like you should break up your day for, because let's see, and plus William, you get 2 more. Hold on.
When you invite friends over to sit and drink in the patio, that's the shit is to me.
What'd you say?
I said when you invite people over to have bottle shares on the patio, that's what this is to me, because I've done it several times.
Let's see. Jeff Castle, 21090 was here. 21090 is Patreon. See, I'm a Patreon of theirs though. Let's see. William Hall, we got you. William Hall. Eric Gunderson's on there. Bridget Jones.
What are we supposed to call you, Will Hall?
Z-Man, are you on there? Because I don't know if I should put you on there because you win all the time.
Stop.
Yeah, you're on there. You're definitely on there.
You don't care. You know I don't care if I'm on it or not, dude.
No, you're on there, dude. You're on there. Tater Dom. Let me make sure Tater Dom's on there.
Hey, I'm here to pay the.
He's on there.
I'm here to pay the live stream bill. Otherwise, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
I'll do that.
Nancy Fraley was here. Man, she's so awesome. Hey, check out Steel Austin. Check out Joseph Magna Cigar Blend. Nancy Fraley does. Hey, and oh crap! Did I even do my top 10? This is the top 6.
No,
top 10.
No, you kind of did it. You did it.
All right, everybody. For those of you who stuck around, and there's a few of you left, but hey, this is the top 10. So this is the top 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and this could be easily be interchangeable. This could be easily interchangeable for me, not for Christopher David, who was here. This could be easily interchangeable. So number 6, and for those of you who stuck by and hung out and talked and listened to whiskey, number 6.
There he does, Mark.
This is number 6 right here. Hold on, let me. I just removed myself.
Holy shit!
Number 6, everybody.
Yeah, JD. Good
so
shit.
Number 6 was the JD 12 year. Okay, this isn't number 7. I don't know where that bottle is. I don't want to go looking for it right now, but I'll just put it up and I'll tell you that it's batch 200. Batch 200 is number. So Nancy Fraley is up there with number 7. Joseph Magna Cigar Blend. I don't know if you agree or not. Hey, this is what I've tasted throughout the year. So that's number 7. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was actually number 8. So number 7. Number 7 is Jack Daniel's cigar. Jack Daniel's number 12, and then Cigar Blend at number 8 with batch 200. Number 9. Number 9 is Booker's. For me, Booker's 7.
I think I saw this 20 minutes ago.
Okay. Did I show that already?
Yes, sir.
Oh, damn.
And you know what I think?
For anybody that just tuned in.
You know what? I think all the haters that are on here are like, Joe's got a fucking great collection. Okay.
And I'll tell you what, number 15, everybody.
So, who fucking cares? Let them have a great collection.
Yeah, number 15. That's new news, right? And of course, number 10 is the 10-year.
Who makes
Wyoming whiskey? This is, man, the flavor is so good with Steve Nally, Nancy Fraley coming together and putting this together. It was really good, really good whiskey. Something you could sip on, something you could taste. Oh man. All right. So let me put the rest of this list together. Yeah, I'm all messed up.
Just let it go, brother. Let it go. Who makes Hardest Creek? Is that a Jim Beam product? Who is it?
Hardest Creek is Jim Beam.
Okay. Yeah.
What was that? I just hit something. I messed up.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta clean up that whiskey table tomorrow, so just let it go.
All right, so let me catch up with everybody and let me see. Cheers, Joe. That's really far up there. All right, let me go back down. Let's see. Whiskey now. Eric Gunderson. Yeah, Miss Independent shows and give me that whiskey, but you do not qualify. Sorry. And let's see. Holy crap! 21090s here.
Yeah, they're gone. I don't see them shit in the chat.
That's fine. That's
you got
fine.
Marty. You got Marty. You got William Hall. Mark.
Yeah, I think I went too far up. That's the thing everybody's cycling through. It's fine.
All right, just go farther down. Don't worry about it.
Now, man, let's get that battle.
Yes, sir. I'll help you out a little bit.
Hey, at some point, myself and HBR, Hot Buttery Rolls, are going to battle. Myself and David from whiskeychannel.com are going to battle. So for those of you who are looking for certain battles that are coming up, myself and Chris from my mind's like all over the place. Chris battle baseball.
Oh, Chris Ludwig.
It's gonna battle. My mind's all over the place right now. So Chris Ludwig, we're gonna battle. I mean, it's just so many different cool freaking people. Hey, and when it happens, it happens. Let's see. I'm trying to get everybody's chat on there so that I can look back on it and say what's up to you guys. You guys are freaking awesome for hanging out. Oh shit, Tater Dom. I don't think I put Tater. Let me make sure I have Tater Dom on the wheel of names. Tater Dom is on there. So let me see. Hold on.
Cheers, Marty.
So Odyssey, what do you what is you don't got a channel,
right?
Are you thinking about it, or what are you doing?
I mean, I've tossed around the idea. I've done a couple appearances on things.
Okay.
Primarily, I'm in the Instagram space. I ride motorcycles. I do a lot of veteran-related things, suicide awareness.
Hell yeah, man! Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, I mean, so for a number of years after I got out of the Marine Corps, I worked for the Virginia Veteran and Family Support program.
Is that where you're at? Is it in Virginia?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, gotcha.
So I just got a passion for working in the mental health field, helping veterans find resources, get connected with the VA, things of that nature. I retired 5 years ago, and I'm trying to find my footing in the world of not working. I got a kid coming next month, so that's a pretty cool thing.
Oh wow! Congratulations!
So it's given me a whole new drive and purpose in life. So I want to continue on the path of helping veterans. So basically, I'm just sharing my journey on the Instagram space, and maybe one day moving into the YouTube community, maybe a podcast, something of that nature. We'll see what happens. So anybody that wants to find out anything more what I'm doing, they can follow me on the old Instagram, Odyssey Rider, same name. and then just see how things go.
There you go.
Yeah. And drinking good whiskey along the way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yes,
we hear you, man. Happy Cake Day to her. Yeah, definitely. To everybody. Shoot. Cake Day. Is it Cake Day today?
I don't think so.
Let's see. I'm just going through. I'm trying to highlight everybody because I know when me and Chris were going through the different things and it got messed up. You imagine how you want this thing to run, and it definitely changes in between.
You did all right. You wanted to blend in what he had and what you had. That were close to each other. We were different on a lot of them because he we didn't align on our flavors, but I think it's a conversation that we need to have, and I think we'll have that later on, probably on Sunday before our battle. So that's good. At least it gives us a start. It's better than going in blind when you're going against people who've known each other for a long time. You know? And that's the thing is you. Hey, if you are gonna battle somebody, you're not gonna take it seriously. I get it. I think you're overthinking it.
Cheer. No, I'm not overthinking it, bro. I'm underthinking it.
Hey. No, just listen to me for a second. It's a husband.
Okay, for a second. One.
It's a husband-wife combo, and he's done videos where he did it off his fucking front porch.
Yeah.
And he has a speakeasy in the back that's like fucking 2 foot by 1 foot wide. He's done backstage videos.
That's them.
Yeah, it's a little space, and then the wife has the bigger space in the back. And I don't totally fucking agree that his palate is so fucking advanced that he's gonna do shit with it. I think her palate is the bomb. I trust her palate every day. She told me something. Does it taste good? Yes or no? That's the shit that should scare you.
So Whiskey Corner said, "Let's go." He's in. Put me in there. Good night. Hey man, you're probably asleep right now, but definitely if you win, you win. Let's see. Toshi Bay was Slimer last year because we did our flight last. This year, I think I'm on that end. I'm on that spectrum with you, Toshi Bay. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, oh man. I'm trying to finish this out and trying to put everybody in there because I don't want to miss anybody. See, 2 entries from. Come on, dude. No, you're awesome, but no, that's definitely going to you. Let's see, Toshi Bay. She's got access to this little bit of whiskey that I have, so I don't know why she put anything in there. She's freaking, hey, it is what it is. Let's see. David, James, Isaiah. See, Eric. Everybody putting their stuff in there. Dude, I am so Z-Man, new member. Dude, you joined? That's crazy.
I had to, man.
Yeah, you didn't have to, man.
I didn't have to. I had to.
I must have went too far back. Hold on. Gunderson, an entry for Z-Man, an entry for... Okay, gotcha. I'll make sure I definitely forget that. That's 2 for Eric Gunderson. Results. What are the results? I haven't posted them yet. I haven't posted them. Stop pressuring me. I haven't even done the Patreon giveaway.
Daggone Mrs. Independent Joe said, "What's the results? I took a nap."
She got bored just like 20 people did. Like 20 people dropped off. And I'm like, hey man, so it is what it is. The 20 people are here. They're like, what the fuck are you doing? Or tell us the results already. Hold on. I got to make sure that Katie Turk is here. David, what did she say? Cheers, David Bass. Hope your week is going well. Yeah, David Bass. Freaking awesome. All right. Let me make sure I got everybody. Oh, shoot. I didn't put David on there. Let me make sure I put David on there. So David B. David B is on there. I believe he is at that level. So let's go there. All right. So you know what? I'm gonna just put the share screen. Hold on. Let me move tab to new window. Let me move that down here. Let me go full screen, and then we'll. If you're still here, Patreons, I'm sorry. It's my fault. If you're still here, let me know, and I will put you in to the Patreon giveaway. Video file. Oops, that is not a video file. Let me take that off. Just share screen. There we go. There it is. All right. Share. Oh man, you know what? I understand now why, like people do, have, people who are mods take care of this, because it is definitely. If you don't see your name on there, please put it in the chat. If you're a Patreon, this is the Patreon giveaway. Let me know, because
I don't see, and I don't care.
No, your name is on there, dude.
That's how it should work. It's the people who get on here like, man, I want free shit. You're gonna get nothing.
Well, it's easy to say when you're on there. That's all I'm saying. I'm shuffling it 3 times. Let me make sure. Let me see new comments. If you don't see your name on there, please let me know, Patreons. Independent Joe. Yeah, dude. Obvious. Oh, Gandhi Road. Oh, sorry about that, Gandhi. Well, let me put Gandhi on there. Gandhi, I think, is twice. Gandhi and Gandhi.
Gandhi Road.
All right. So Gandhi. Oh, your name wasn't on there? Okay. Art Sanchez. I think you are 3. So Art. And Art. And then Art. Holy crap. That looks weird.
It does.
Enter. Backspace, enter. There you go. Enter. Okay, cool. So let's see. Here, present William, you were on there a few times, and I think it was only supposed to be for the. But you know what? This definitely is not very good. I'm terrible at this. Let's see, James Morgan, Miss Independent Joe, too late to get him a coffee. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not too late. It's never too late. You can always appreciate. Anybody else get art? I got art. Art's on there. All right, let me just do this Patreon giveaway. And if you were here and I missed you, let me know and I will make it up. And if you got this far, you definitely deserve to get something. So I will send you at least a pour of something. So if you're not on here, this is Patreon, and you got this far, and I'm gonna get art. Okay, so the last one was art. So here we go. William, let me see. William is on there a couple of times. So you guys know, honestly, this is just a formality. This is just formality so that somebody wins, because if any of you guys wanted to say something, hey, I'm gonna make that happen. At least from what I have. So let's see, James, let's see, William, Samoan Barkeeper's here. I think I'm a subscriber of his, but or Patreon, but I'll still put him on here. Samoan B. Who else? I feel like I'm missing somebody. Gandhi's on there. I feel like I'm under. Sorry, everybody. All right. Anyways, all right. These are all the Patreons. There's more. There's definitely more. I apologize. All right. Here we go. Here we go. So Patreon giveaway. I apologize, everybody. Hey, I haven't been here in a while. It's all right. Here we go. Anyways. Oh shit! Did I miss somebody? Hold on.
It's Art Sanchez.
David B. David, and if you could see that I spelled it weirdly, David, get a hold of me. David, get a hold of me, and David Bass, and out of the top 10, pick out a flight, and it's yours. It's yours, man. So David B won the flight for the Patreons, and now I gotta do. Let me take this off full screen. Remove. All right. So now I'm going to do everybody who put in on. Now I won't miss that because that's easily because that's the different ones. So, oh shit, JH. Hey JH. By the way, you got something special coming on. I think Z-Man already got his, so you're gonna get yours February. I'm gonna send it in February. You're getting something special on February, man. Appreciate you, man. Just call it the Valentine's Day gift. Appreciate you, man. I didn't know you were here, man. I apologize about that. And like I said, if I missed anybody, I apologize. But David Bass wins this one for the Patreons. Wow, that was weird. And let me make another list for Wheel of Names, random name picker, and then let me put there's not many names on that one, so for the bottle, if anybody still wants it, you got till I put down the names for the bottle. Let's see who's in that one. We got Eric Gunderson, of course, is still in there. He's got 4 entries. Eric. All right. What the heck? That was weird. So how you been? Anybody got anything you're looking forward to this year? Any resolutions type stuff? All P's in there?
Stay alive, baby.
Stay alive. Are you asking too much though?
No.
No? Okay.
I've got beaten up over the years so much I don't fucking shit. So there you go.
Right. Mm-hmm. I'm just going down real quick. Isaiah is in there. Let me see. Isaiah 20. So he's got 4. Sorry, Isaiah. I'm spelling your name all jacked up. But you know what I mean.
We all know what you mean, man. You're right.
Yeah.
Naked and afraid always.
Somebody naked and afraid here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, Isaiah's Eric gets in there. He's a new member, so he at least gets one in there. Let's see, Eric. I don't know what. I'm all messed up on this one. Whiskey Corner gets in there. Let me put Eric, Whiskey Corner. Sorry, Whiskey Corner. I missed you on the last one. Hope you win this one. I hope everybody wins this one. That's weird to say, right?
Yeah.
Everybody wins.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, top dog got 2. Let's see. You know what? You know, I jump on a lot of channels, right? I like to hang out, and I'll leave it at that. Toshi Bake got 4. Toshi Bake. He probably has this. Toshi Bake has all kinds of Toshi. I'm just going to put Toshi.
Toshi!
Oops. Toshi has 4. Toshi. All right. Toshi has 4. Who else? Am I missing somebody? Mr. Grayshaw has 2. He says Mrs. Indpndnt Joe, but Mr. Grayshaw, that's you, man. Mr. G. I'm going to put you Mr. G.
Yeah.
Mr. G. What do we got?
David.
Z-Man gets in there. Z-Man, you got this bottle?
No.
Have you tried this bottle?
No, sir.
You tried it?
No.
I hope. You know what? I hope you win it. Eric Gunson has got 2 more. Let's see. I could just put Eric because Eric. See, Eric.
I don't like cheap whiskey. You gotta.
You're bougie?
Bougie. I'm not bougie, brother.
You just said it, man. You're bougie.
I ain't bougie.
All right, so let's go to the whiskey and wheel of names. Move to different tab. All right, so I appreciate all of you for putting in on this. Here we go. Everybody who didn't put on it left already, so that's cool. That's cool, man. It was fun.
Because they wanted.
Everybody's top 10 is different. You know, you got different tastes, different palates, different everything. You know, never expect to think that somebody's going to pick something that is your favorite in their favorite. You know, because it doesn't work that way. You know, your palate is, if it's not better than mine, it's just as good. You know, there's nobody's palate is better than anybody else's. All right, so these are the people who put in on it. Appreciate you guys, love you guys. Here we go. No delays on this one. Here we go. Oops. Here we go. All right, so David Bass was the winner of the Patreon giveaway, and we got Mr. G. So, hey, I already know your address, Mr. G. And there we go. That's it, man. Appreciate you all. For those of you that are on the screen, for those of you who want to join us in the background, hey, come and hang out with us for a minute or two. I'm going to get to know Odyssey. Odyssey, don't go anywhere, brother.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere. I'm going to get us out of here. And for those of you who are there, who have supported this channel, who, man, I can't thank you enough. I'm going to do a rye top 5, but it's not going to be this. This is too out there. I'm just going to do a video of my top 5 ryes. Hopefully you guys appreciate that, and you guys, you know, some of you might like some of those ones that are on there. My top 5 ryes might be different than yours, but let's see. Hold on real quick. Joe, you must have missed Cam Spank, all Matt Madness champs, and his palate is definitely better. You know, you're not wrong. I don't know. I talked with, after that stream, I talked with Cam, and of course he thinks his palate is number 1. I'll leave it at that. Love you, Cam, but hey, you know, it is what it is. All right, everybody. So, hey, appreciate you, JH. Next month, you're getting a Valentine's Day gift, brother. So look out for that.
There you go.
I think there's 2 of you that are getting a Valentine's Day gift. I need to get some of the shirts that I have out there. I need to get those to you who have been supporters of the channel, like Tater Dom, Eric Gunderson, stuff like that. So, cheers to you all. Don't go anywhere, Z-Man. Don't go anywhere, Odyssey. See you guys. See you guys on the next one.
Excuse me.
The next live might be a battle between me and the guy who beat Cam. By the way, he beat down Cam, and his name is David. David from whiskeychannel.com. So that might be the next battle between me and him. So if I beat him, or if we tie, that means Cam, you know, is just Cam. So there you go, there, Joe Dickinson. I'm just kidding. All right. Anyways, love you guys. It's pinned at the top, I think. Yeah, it's pinned at the top. Check it out. See you guys on the next one, man. Love you guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. Appreciate you all. For those of you who won Mr. Great Shot, freaking, who I believe Mr. Great Shot, you won. So I'll be getting that bottle out to you, and then David Bass, you're getting a flight. We got to connect on what flight you want. So I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Thank you for your time. See you on the next one. Thank you, Christopher David, for doing this with me. It was freaking awesome. See you on the next one. Cheers. Cheers, all.
Cheers, all.